I'm a nobody, baby. Light me up, pour me up. I'm gone. Got me seeing genies in a bottle. Liquor got me feeling like a wrestler. Call me Santiago. Everyone listen when I speak. Don't know shit about shit, but I know ball.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Two Nobodies with the Mic, special episode 160. Guys, how's everyone doing out there? We are going to have a ton of fun tonight. Dude McBoob already in the chat. No, I don't want to date your wife. Stop asking. I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about, dude, but it's not me, man. Anyways, guys, special Thanksgiving edition on a beautiful Wednesday night, the night before Thanksgiving. We are all giving thanks. Thanks for joining us, guys. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Instagram. Let me first talk about the Thanksgiving giveaway. We announced it this morning. Guys, this is what we want to do for everybody. We are very thankful for all our followers. I'm thankful for everyone involved in the show. So, in turn, all you have to do tonight to enter into Thanksgiving Wagyu Tomahawk sweepstakes, Duma Boo probably doesn't even have an idea what's going on, is comment, comment like, right? Yeah, he doesn't have social media, right? I don't know how he even has this fucking, whatever feed. But anyways, all you have to do to get entered tonight in the Tomahawk Wagyu giveaway is comment live either on Instagram Live or on our YouTube feed. We are going to write it down, and then middle of the show, end of the show, I don't know, we're going to announce a winner. It'll be shipped out to you. Shout out to Best Butcher and Frankie Banks. He said he could ship anywhere. He could even ship to Puerto Rico. He can ship to Hawaii. And someone, I think, asked, what if we're outside of the United States? I will give you the equivalent, and I'll send you some money, because we have had, did we have someone win in Australia a couple years ago or some shit like that?
South
Africa. So if someone, on another continent somewhere, when we will make sure that we take care of you. Guys, welcome to Two Nobodies with the Mic. If this is your first time, this is an interactive show. Please talk your shit, right? First off, let's get into introductions. Eddie Money, executive producer. What up, man?
What's up?
How you doing, playa?
Pretty good. This is one of my favorite days of the year.
The Wednesday before, is this where all the hometown heroes come home and everyone?
Blackout Wednesday.
Is when his boyfriend comes over.
Oh, yes, from college.
Made my bed and everything, man.
Oh,
Look at that.
His boyfriend comes back into town, and they rekindle the light.
Yes, they talk about high school, all boys school, St. John Bosco. That's great. So,
Remember
guys,
when we used to cross swords?
Speaking of that, Sonny is in the chat.
What up, man? What up, Sonny? So, guys,
Speaking of crossing swords or your old classmates?
Whatever you want it to be.
No.
The swordsman.
No.
The swordsman. Let's go to our other nobody, Rafa the Guru, the one who sees all, the one who knows all. If you guys don't know by now, we are the gambling show of record. And for that reason, we have to have the guru. And Rafa is our guru. He's not afraid to give you his picks. Guys, rivalry weekend, great NFL games. Ask your questions, spreads, fantasy, whatever it is. That's what Rafa the Guru is here for. Rafa, what up, man?
What's going on? Hey,
what's
going on?
How's the golf game treating you?
Up and down, up and down, up and down.
All right. Not up and down with my newly acquired 69 wedge. Yeah. I can get up and down with this, man, all day long. Yeah. So guys, that's what we're up to. Ton of great games. Instead, usually we go NFL and then we do college. But this time we're gonna go by games in order. We're gonna, tomorrow gonna be obviously Thanksgiving. for family. You know, don't bother me. I'm going to be watching football. Papa's going to be in his, lazy boy recliner, enjoying some football. But first, because we are the gambling show of record, we only have one rule on this show. Rafa, can you tell them what that rule is because of our gambling efforts?
Don't be a loser. We're all gonna lose bets. Just lose what you can afford. And shout out to Dude McBoob, by the way, who says I'm still rolling cash with that guaranteed Penn State win. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, bro. By the way, Vic and some of the people in the chat, happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays. We see your comments.
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving to all you guys. Guys, we are going to get to your comments. Eddie Money, interrupts us because we're going to talk some shit, man. We're going to talk a bunch of shit.
We
but
got,
like I said,
Instagram live chat going swiftly. We got Peter Lim Golfing here saying, commenting for the Tomahawk Best Butcher Shop at Frankie Bangs. Rob Navarro said it in YouTube and Instagram. And we got a bunch of people.
Dude, who knew a Wagyu steak? Who knew? Who knew? I might give a fucking steak away every fucking week. Shout out to the Best Butcher Shop. Shout out to Frankie Banks. Shout out to the Buckets Club. Peter Lib. Rafa, did you see the freaking the merch bag they gave away in Hawaii?
No, dude, I did not.
They gave away some fire ass stuff. But anyways, we didn't go to Hawaii, but shout out to all the Bucket Club members. If you guys don't know, we are also golfers. Rafa, the better golfer, very good golfer. Me, struggling bad. But
that's why if Jacob was on, he'd say that's why he got a fucking 69 wedge.
We'll
talk about that later. I want to talk about that with Jacob on the air. We'll talk about that later on.
Yes, we will.
I need to see his face when I need to see the anger in his face.
Oh, he was disgusted with me.
Of course he is. He might tomorrow at Thanksgiving dinner, probably not even going to be thankful for you.
No, dude.
He's not passing shit at that table.
Yeah, it might be like that scene, who's the Chicago gangster, Al Capone, where we're all just having dinner. He might go get my 69 wedge and start beating me in the back of the head with it, and blood all over the table. I got your 69 wedge, yeah. So that's how upset he was. But guys, if you don't know how this goes, right? Gambling Show of Record. Every show we do our first segment sponsored by, still looking for sponsors. We had Nomadic. We got this Slice and Riot. A bunch of good people has sponsored the segment. But we're up. We'll do Best Butcher. Shout out to Frankie Bangs in the Best Butcher Shop who is blessing us with that Wagyu tomahawk. But this segment is called You Are Fired. You could hire someone, you could fire someone. It's basically for all you people to get something off your chest that's been bothering you all week. And if you have some love, we also do hirings. We're all about positivity and love as well. But who wants to start with You Are Fired? Who wants to fire someone today?
Real quick before the firing, we have Michelle in Instagram chat saying happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays. And also Creme de la Casse, Buckets Club here for you, Eddie, and I need that tomahawk.
You got it, man. Hang around. We will be giving that away, and that'd be great. Shout out to Buckets Club.
Also, Countryside Russell.
Countryside Russell. I love it. Who wants to fire someone today? And by the way,
I will, man. I will.
This is for everybody. Go ahead.
I'm gonna fire fucking lame ass Raider fans. Listen, if you're new to the show, I'm not a fan of any team. So the jersey behind me is Michael Vick. Sometimes it's Bo Jackson on the Raiders. It's a bunch of jerseys always behind me. But I'm firing lame ass Raider fans, starting a "We Want Carr" chant last week. Like, bro, that was 3 quarterbacks ago. Like that shit's been done with. And it's ridiculous. It's like if the Cowboy fans started chanting, we want Aikman back or some shit. It's stupid. Like that shit's long gone. Raider fans, you're ridiculous. Stop.
Well, listen, get Rafa, listen. I was a Carr hater, right? I was president of that. And even I am questioning myself. And my daughter always used to say, Dad, be careful what you wish for. And at this point, I mean, anyone would be better at this point. But give us a break, Rafa. We're having some really hard times. Gino apologized to everybody for flipping off fans, but I'm going to approve that firing coming from a Raider fan. Yeah, you saw our post. I'm thinking about trades for Max Crosby and Joe Burrow, and we're all effed up, man. We're all effed up. So firing.
Did you see what I sent you earlier? I don't know if you saw it. Where
No,
it's Carr talking. It's on Carr on his podcast with his brother, with David, and he's talking about. He says we when he refers to the Raiders, he refers to them as we, which is why I think, Eddie, that a lot of the fans, and you're not one of them, but I think a lot of the fans why they can relate with him, why they appreciate him, I think is because you're a big Max Crosby is the face of the franchise, yada yada. He is the face of the franchise at this moment. But when you listen to Carr and what he did off the field and stuff like that, I think the fan base kind of appreciates him, and he feels it with them because he was referring to we himself as Raider Nation, basically.
Listen, you know my issues with Carr. It was all on the field. Derek Carr never undefeated in the press conference room, right? You want Derek Carr as your daughter's husband. You want Derek Carr as your neighbor. You want Derek Carr, right in front of your car when you're trying to merge into traffic. You know he's going to let you in. I mean, Derek Carr's a great dude. The only problem with Derek Carr was he wasn't a very good quarterback, and his record shows that. So, but at this point, I get it. But what can you do? I know he's looking for a one-day contract, and they're going to give it to him so he can retire as a Raider. But Derek, I love you, man. I just hated your skill set, and I gave you a lot of shit. So it is what it is. Firing approved, Rafa. Eddie Money, you got any firings out there, man?
Yeah. By the way, I told you Derek Carr was our last franchise quarterback, but you hate to admit that.
Well,
you hate to admit that.
What that doesn't say much. I mean, he had a losing record. Was he a franchise quarterback? Yeah, because we had him for 9 years. I mean, we made the playoffs once. So, I mean, by facts and stats, franchise quarterback. Winning franchise quarterback, not so much.
Also, all-time leading passer right there.
Oh my God, is that what it is?
Yeah, Derek Carr's our all-time leading passer.
Oh, what a joke!
What a joke.
Oh God. Yeah. I'm sorry. If you had to endure that
by a mile too.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, Ed.
He has 35,222 yards. Next closest is Ken Stabler with 19,000.
Could you imagine being the fan of that squad? Fucking A. Let's move on.
Let's move on from the Raiders, please.
Actually, sorry. Rick Flores took my firing. He had it spot on. He said he's firing LeBron James for just standing and looking after they almost started so-called fighting after they went for Luka. And spot on, Rick. That was my firing. After yesterday's game, Jackson Hayes went to go defend him, and you just see LeBron right behind him. Did absolutely nothing.
Dude, about six or seven people sent me that clip, Rafa. 6, 7. And dude, how do you debate that? Listen, he's 41, 42, but do you have any testosterone in your nutsack? That's Luka. That's your franchise. Pretend like no one's gonna punch you. Pretend to act tough. Pretend to defend the franchise player. Rafa, you are the resident LeBron, Glazer. You have anything to say about that? That was a bad clip.
I could give 3 fucks about it. It wasn't even a real thing. Watch the fucking play. He barely taps him. It's just a couple guys. Listen, it's just because it's LeBron. If you watch every fucking night, you watch every fucking game, and I watch a lot of games, this shit happens every night. You think Curry's over there fucking defending fucking Draymond or Jimmy Butler? Oh, Jimmy Butler and Draymond don't need defending. Well, no, they don't. And Luka shouldn't need defending either. He's fucking 20-something years old. Fuck up.
Listen, it looked bad, but I will give LeBron something. Like, really, bro? Like, he's not about to fight anybody. I mean, he's seen, yeah. So I will give him a pass on that. I know you hate that, Rick. I know everyone. Like I said, 6-7 people sent me that clip, and he just has so many fucking haters. And but I can't approve it. He's too old to fight. But someone needs to run in there and like maybe pretend to hold him back, make him look tough or something. Like let me at him. I don't know.
Big Boop said, yes, talk about the NBA because I need to step away and poop.
Handle your biz, dude, McBoob. Handle your biz, man.
Go ahead, Mr. McBoob.
Don't get backed up, buddy.
Yeah. Is there any firings out there on Instagram or YouTube? Guys, this is the time to vent. This is the time to get, if you want to fire your coworker, go ahead.
Creme de la Casse said, fire the fair weather Raider fans, hire the steak for my kitchen.
She really wants that steak. I love it.
Countryside Russell said, I heard you're giving a tomahawk with a nice cigar.
Oh, yeah. Rafa will throw a cigar in there. Rafa just came back from Miami Rafa has a humidor the size of my refrigerator. Rafa's always having smokes, man.
We are
jealous.
Jay said, I'd take Carr in a heartbeat. Yeah. And Reggae Loves You says, what's up, everybody? Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, man. So, speaking about NFL and football and Raiders, I don't know if you guys heard the news today, but I am what LeBron did. There we go. There's Rick. His grandma Cookie's comments. If you guys don't know who Dylan Raiola is, his father, Dominic Raiola, just legend center out of the University of Nebraska. His son and played, I think, center for the Lions for almost 14 years, right? One of the best centers, maybe of all time, and definitely one of the best Detroit Lions of all time. Had a son, Dylan Raiola, who's now the starting quarterback for Nebraska, although he's hurt and broke his leg. But Dylan Raiola is now came out today that he is going to enter the transfer portal, and do his thing. And if you don't know who this kid is, he's the doppelganger. And it's not because he looks like Patty Mahomes. It's because he tries to be Patty Mahomes in almost everything except his skill set. And he came out today, and rumors are that he wants to go to Texas Tech. Why? Because he wants to be like his papa, Patty Mahomes. And guys, Chief hater here, Patrick Mahomes hater here. So this is why I need to fire this kid. Actually, Rafa, he's having a pretty decent year, which is crazy. In 9 games, he threw for 2,000 yards, 18 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, almost at a 73% clip. And he played well. But, the fact that he consistently gets his hair done, mannerisms, warm-ups, all that shit, it just bothers the shit out of me. And I looked him up today. You know what really is upsetting, and this is why I have to fire Dylan Raiola, quarterback, is that his godfather is Matt Stafford. If you're going to idolize any quarterback, how about your godfather, not Patrick Mahomes? And for that, Dylan,
Patrick Mahomes has
fired.
3 Super Bowls, Eddie.
Okay.
Matthew Stafford has 1.
And how many?
Kobe Bryant emulated Michael Jordan. He didn't fucking emulate fucking what's his name? Stacy, what was his name?
Stacey
that played
Augman?
there with the Stacey King.
Okay. But here's the thing, Rafa. If Matt Stafford didn't play for anyone other than the Lions, and he was a dog with the Lions, he probably would have had 1 or 2 more freaking championship rings. And he might get one this week.
Probably. If Dan Marino fucking played on the Niners, he would have 4 Super Bowls. Like, okay. And they don't. It's Matthew Stafford, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is hip. And he's hip and in. And Stafford is not.
Yeah, it's just like emulating your favorite player. When
Does my camera look like shit, guys? My wife is saying my camera looks like shit.
Your camera doesn't look like anything.
On right now.
Well, not right now.
I mean, like,
can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you. Like I feel
Okay.
like as like,
So,
like growing
I mean,
up,
Rafa-
like basketball, like you do all the mannerisms of your favorite player. Like you shoot the same, have the same free throw routine, like accessorize the same way. It's like the same thing.
Bro, Kobe Bryant
Okay.
even spoke like Michael Jordan to the media a lot of the time. He emulated everything that he did. Why would you not emulate the best quarterback? Now, and think about it. Dylan's been playing quarterback for whatever.
Yeah.
You know, at least in high school when people start to notice you. That was 6-7 years ago, right?
Oh,
So-
God. Here
You know what
we
I'm
go.
saying? You feel
Here
me?
we go.
So it's like,
Yeah.
so who was good 6-7 years ago? Patty Mahomes.
No, his freaking godfather, Matthew Stafford.
Stop it. Stop it, Eddie. Stop it. Eddie.
Yeah, but how you gonna like? My thing is like, how are you gonna emulate Matthew Stafford? There's
Yeah,
nothing,
what's
like,
there to emulate? His hair? His
No,
like what are we doing?
the no look pass.
Patrick Mahomes does that.
Oh God,
Look at this guy.
here we go.
Boom.
Jacob in the house, man.
So everyone, if you don't know who this guy is, Hakatomi Plaza, my oldest son,
You're welcome.
who just doesn't give a shit about time.
I
Right?
had a
Just goes-
haircut at 5. What do we need to do?
Get a haircut on Tuesday.
Let me ask you something. Did you get a haircut and then put on a hat?
Yes.
Yeah.
My hair is not combed. I just got a shower.
Ah, okay, all right. Yeah, but Eddie, you don't have any hair.
Yeah, but I got a
And he got a buzz cut.
I got a
different
haircut
deal.
today.
That's a different deal.
You're a different deal. How about that?
Ooh.
Eddie, when are you reporting for service?
Uh,
When's your deployment?
You watched the Jarhead last night.
Yeah,
There's-
he did.
Great
I have not
movie.
seen
Great
Jarhead
movie.
there. I said it.
There's
All
not a
right.
shock that you haven't seen many movies. Bro, the fact that we're not even going to get into this is we can make a whole nother podcast on shit that your father hasn't fucking made you watch.
We should
Oh,
do
bro.
that, actually.
Okay, Jacob, I'm with you. I haven't watched Jarhead either, but I know the reference.
Millennials
Christ.
don't watch movies. They watch podcasts and TikTok. It's fucking ridiculous.
I watch movies on TikTok.
And gay
That's
porn.
I do too. Exactly.
How the fuck do you watch
My
movies
mom's
on-
watching a show downstairs, and I know like how the show goes fully because I've seen like five like things on TikTok about it.
I've done that as well.
Oh my god. Well,
All
Hakatomi Plaza, do you have a firing?
I have a hiring and a firing.
Look at this guy.
Shoot,
Does
man.
your firing include a 69 wedge?
I really should do that, but I'm not
He
going
showed
to
it.
do
You
that.
know, he showed it on camera, by the way.
He did?
Yeah, he showed that shit on camera.
That's bad move. You shouldn't have done that.
And he was
Shouldn't-
proud as fuck, too. Look at that
You
shit.
should not admit that to people in public.
Thank you. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Imagine going to like a country club and being like, "Hey, I have a 69-degree wedge." They
For
would,
for those that don't play golf like myself, can you explain the significance of this?
Rafa, how
Okay.
would you describe that in like basketball
Yeah,
terms?
put it in basketball terms.
Gay.
Ah!
Is it like those insoles that like increase your vertical, like stuff like that?
No, because that's a training tool. This is not a training tool. If this was a training tool, but this is not a training tool. This
This
is like, bro, there's
I-
not even, this is like hitting off of a tee. Like if you
Oh.
were, imagine if you teed it up for Otani every time. That's what this is like.
yeah, basically.
Bro, it's legal.
It's not legal. So
I
why don't they use it in tournaments then? Why does anyone use it in tournaments? Exactly, because it's not. It's not legal.
if it was a 6'7" wedge.
Okay, can I
But
teach
if
my
you-
hiring and firing now?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Okay, I want to hire the Lions for making a draft pick that I thought at the time was kind of ridiculous, but Jahmyr Gibbs, my goodness, that man is different. And I thought it was a reach to take him where they took him, but I mean, he's the best running back in the NFL right now, right? I mean, hands down.
No diggity, no doubt.
Or is it still Taylor, number one? I would take Gibbs over Taylor, in my opinion.
It's a different thing. It's different.
I'd
It
say
is different. It is different, but
I think it's a little different.
it is
I
different. But
think I
if
still
you
think Keyshawn.
if you could choose one, I would choose Gibbs. That's just my opinion.
Oh, me too. I would choose Gibbs. There's no
Yeah.
doubt.
So I think it's a phenomenal pick. I thought was overrated at the time, but obviously it turned out to be great. In my firing, I want to fire the Vikings for making the worst draft pick in NFL history. I
Well,
don't think
you're a Raider fan. I'm firing
No.
you for making that comment, dude.
No, don't you go there because this is worse than Jamarcus Russell. This is
Are you
worse
fucking
than
out of your
any-
mind? You
this
took
is worse than-
Jamarcus Russell number
This is
one.
he was the number one pick in the draft. He was going number one. Rafa. This is the worst pick in NFL history. They traded up for a guy who handed the ball off his whole college career. That's just the most mind-boggling thing on the planet. It's, to me, in my opinion, the worst draft pick in NFL history because he was not the number one pick. You traded up to get him, and nothing on film showed that this guy was ready for the NFL. And you traded up for him and gave up Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones for this guy to start the next season. And it has turned out to be the worst move probably in NFL history.
That's a
And-
bold statement, man.
It's not false.
That's wild.
It might be bold, but it's not false.
Don't mess around with 9, man.
Hey, not something different.
Well,
Oh.
I mean, Jacob was on that train before anyone else. You got to give him credit. And he's been generationally bad this year. So there you go.
Rick
he's
Flores
back.
said he put it in comparison to using the 69 club. He said it's like an 8-year-old kid playing in his little league baseball.
Wow, that's even worse than what Rafa said. I would agree, though. That's how bad it is.
And then Creme de la Classe asked, Eddie, that 69 is in the bag for Vegas, right?
Oh, 100%. I've already got it approved in the Buckets Club event. There's no judgments here, you know. And if there is, who cares? If I get it up and down, you do what you got to do, man. Do what you got to do.
Someone
So-
also said that they watched all of Wicked on TikTok when it came out.
That's
Oh,
hilarious.
God.
Cecilia said, Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Cecilia.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Will
Well,
Hanley said, meditating under the goalpost is elegante, to be honest.
that's annoying. It's annoying. Go meditate in your locker room, not in a yoga position underneath the goalpost. But Will, I mean, the elephant in the room, Brock Purdy, first half. I mean, talk about generationally bad. I thank God Bryce Young was the other quarterback on the other team. Let him off the hook. Let him off the hook, Will.
By the way, Dude McBoob is coming at Jacob early.
Yeah,
Said-
he's not happy about that.
Manti Te'o saying the Raiders were smart to draft an illiterate 325-pound quarterback. First overall, but a 9th overall pick. What a bunch of dumb.
But you have to understand that he was projected number one. That's the difference. He was projected to go number one.
Yes.
So it's not
Dude,
like
JJ
they.
was still, dude. Hey, listen, if they don't trade up to get JJ, someone else trades up to get JJ. You understand?
No, I don't think so.
Yes. Yeah, that was actually what they were saying.
Okay, but they did it though. So that makes them the dumbest team in the NFL for doing that.
I
If they-
think they'll be fine. I'll tell you what. The Vikings are in a better situation today than the Raiders.
I agree.
So there's that.
I mean, that's like saying living in the sewers better than being dead. Not a-
Yeah, they put the Raiders at number 32 in the power rankings.
Yeah,
Shocker.
they should. I mean,
They should have put us 33. The bye week is ahead of us.
The bye week,
Yes.
we still lost that week.
like, whoops our ass. Well, guys, is that you're fired? Everyone got their firings out of their system?
Yeah. Gizmo Sweat is defending Purdy. He said his quarterback has a toe problem.
Here we go. I mean,
A
come
toe
on.
problem? No, he's
He's right.
5'7".
Good
Okay. Yeah, we'll get to that.
As Sonny said, finally the dude that carries the show is here. He's talking about Jacob.
carries.
It's just what I do. I come in here. I just do what I do.
Just come in, shoot a couple threes.
First of all,
Guys.
the part of time out just real quick. Dwayne Boop isn't even a Vikings fan. He's just defending JJ McCarthy. He
Yes,
isn't even
because
a Viking-
JJ's a Michigan man.
I know.
He's a-
It's like he's not. You're not even a Vikings fan. Like, why does it matter so much to him?
Dude, if you drove through the state of Michigan, Dude McBoob knows who you are and he roots for you, and you're the best that ever lived.
If you go to
So-
Michigan, you got to check in with Dude McBoob.
No,
Yeah,
Dad,
right.
seriously.
Hey,
Don't
listen,
even fuck around.
Dude McBoob has a big Saturday coming up because Rafa, I can't wait for your prediction on Ohio State in Ann Arbor. Should be epic.
Yeah. Speaking of the games, this week we're gonna go a little different order. Instead of going NFL then college or college NFL, we're just gonna go by the day because both college and NFL will have games on the same days. So we figured it'd just be easier to break down the games by day. So starting off with the classic Thanksgiving games for NFL, we got 3 games starting off in the morning for us. We have the Packers playing in Detroit against the Lions. The Lions favored by 3, over under 47.5.
This is the poser bowl. Like, who is the
What?
Super Bowl contender? I'm
Oh.
being serious. Like, I had Rodgers in the Super Bowl. A lot of people have had the Pack, but both teams have looked impressive some weeks and really bad some weeks. Rafa, I can't wait for your prediction because who is the real deal? And we'll find out tomorrow at 10 a.m.
9:30, I think, is the kick. Dude, the thing is, I think with these two teams, like when we've watched them the last handful of weeks, and I know Green Bay played Minnesota last week. Minnesota hasn't looked good, and they dominated Minnesota. But look at Detroit. Like the last handful of weeks, it hasn't looked good. The game here against the Giants last week, they came back, and I think the Giants let them off the hook a little bit there. 4th and goal from, I think it was the 6 or the 5. I understand the Giants interim coach, backup quarterback. Let's just try and put it away. But, if you want to grab a win for your backup who's played a hell of a game and done a bunch of shit, and your defense is kind of, not that they held them by any means, because Detroit did, Jahmyr Gibbs did whatever the fuck he wanted. But I think you should have kicked that field goal and made Detroit go the length of the field to try and win the game. And you didn't get it on 4th. You gave it an opportunity, and obviously we saw what happened. Detroit scored in overtime and won the game and was able to hold them. So Detroit hasn't looked great the last handful of weeks. And Green Bay has been an up and down team. So to be honest with you, I like the over here. I don't know who the fuck's going to win, but I think they're going to score a shit ton of points.
Oh, you blue chipping to start off?
Yeah, we'll blue chip the over on the
Love it.
Vikings.
There we
I mean,
go.
on the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions.
What is the number?
It's like 47.5, right, Eddie Money?
Yeah, 47.5.
I like that. I like that a
The
lot.
thing is with Detroit, like you need to understand. I feel like Detroit's a little bit like the Cowboys in a sense. Like their best unit is the offense. When Jared Goff is getting the ball to Gibbs, getting the ball to St. Brown, running the ball occasionally, but more a heavy pass, maybe a 55-45 type of deal. I feel like if Detroit gets to that early and often, I think they'll be able to score plenty of points to beat them. And so, I mean, because Green Bay's offense, I don't know if they get down 14-0 early if they're capable of coming back. Like Jordan Love just
I don't think
hasn't
so.
proven that. But I think it's going to be a wide open game, at least for the most part, I think.
I agree.
Do you think that Dan Campbell, I mean, I know the first game after he started calling the offense was great, but it seems like after that, it's been kind of a hindrance. Do you think it was the right move for him to start, calling plays?
I think it's too much. He's gambling too much. Like he's taking too many opportunities. And listen, I know that he trusts his guys because there's plenty of guys to trust. I mean, that offense is stacked, right? Even the backup running back would be a starter on 25 NFL teams, right? So,
Facts.
like he trusts his squad, and he's gonna die on that mountain with them. And everyone who will question him, he'll step out and say, "I trust my guys," which the locker room loves, right? Because especially the offense, fuck, he trusts us to get those fourth downs. But at certain points in the game, it's like, listen, that Eagles game, he could have had 2 field goals there, 3 field goals there. He could have won that game.
Yeah.
He didn't because, he wanted to gamble or he wanted to whatever. So I think he needs to take that part out of it a little bit and make a smarter decision. Listen, 4th and 1, 4th and 2, whatever. You can go for that. 4th and 6, kick a field, right? 4th and 5, kick a field.
Hallelujah. Listen, I trusted Jacob when he was 16. Doesn't mean I'm going to let him out, at 1 a.m. Like, you got to be a coach. You got to be a father at a certain point. Trust your guys, believe in your guys, but also have some sense of fucking ability at the same time.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Excellent.
Well, let's get to the big game, baby.
Next game, we got the Chiefs heading into Dallas to play the Cowboys. Chiefs are favored by 3 with the over under 52.5. Really large number for that game.
This game, Rafa, this might be the most watched regular season game of all time. I think Dan Patrick this morning say that 7 out of the 10 most viewed football games in NFL history are Cowboy games. This is going to be epic. I almost wish it was the last game because I'm gonna be so focused and so have my Patty Mahomes hater hat on. I'm gonna be so jazzed. And I find myself, Rafa, the last 3-4 weeks, I find myself rooting for the Cowboys, which has never happened in my entire life. And I'm not a Jerry Jones fan. I think he's delusional. But I like Dak Prescott. I like Dak. Can I say it? I'm a Dak lover, if you will.
Yeah.
Well, watch your pronunciation.
Do it.
I actually think George Pickens has made this team likable. I think George Pickens has a lot to do with it.
I was spot on that guy, by the way. By the way.
I was
Spot
wrong.
on.
I was wrong. I'll give you that. But
Dude.
so, Rafa, those two dudes, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, go out in Vegas, party, get sit for the first 2 offensive possessions, whatever, and then go out and have a field day, and came away looking like dudes. Like everyone's kind of sort of laughing about it. They partied, both had great games, and kicked the Raiders' ass, which we all know is not hard.
Not easy. Not hard to do.
They came out looking great after that, which is wild.
Yeah, but it's the Raiders. I mean, they're not doing that if the Raiders were fucking 9-2, right?
Yeah.
But the Raiders are not 9-2.
Yeah, they would.
Fucking got off. No, they wouldn't.
They would still go out and party.
They'd still go out, but just maybe not till 7:30.
Just not till 7 a.m.
By the way, I don't know.
It depends where you are. I mean, if you're in
my camera, God,
if you're in Green Bay, there's nothing open. After 9 p.m.
Well, getting back to the game, I think the Colts messed up the NFL because of last
They
week.
screwed us.
100%.
Oh,
Because
yes.
The
Agreed.
Chiefs will win this game. The Chiefs are not losing to the Cowboys at all. That was the knockout punch right there. You had to beat the Chiefs in that spot. You're up 20-9. You win this game, and they have a long shot at making the playoffs. Now I think it's a guarantee they're in the playoffs. At least in my opinion.
Easy. Listen,
They're not. Come on.
I
Let's be
agree with
honest,
you.
Dad. Let's be honest about this.
I almost fired the Colts for letting that game slip away. You're up 20-9, again, and I'm not going to say refs or anything. Players made plays. If you give Patty Mahomes a chance, right, in the fourth quarter, he's going to bite you in the ass, right? And I'm not a fan. But you had the chance to knock him out. Listen, that game was in Arrowhead. one of the toughest places to play on the planet. But yeah, Colts let us all down. I agree. But I will say this about this game is that, the Cowboys made some trades, right? Middle linebacker, you have the two new defensive tackles, and you have Overshawn, the kid who they drafted, who now just came back a couple weeks ago. This defense is different. This is not. I know the numbers aren't there because, they had such a horrible beginning, but this defense is vastly improved. And for that reason, man, I might paint my face. I'm gonna put stars and shit all over.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I have never rooted for the Cowboys in my entire life, but I will be America's team. I will be wearing boots and acting stupid and all kinds of shit because Lord knows I need the Cowboys to win this game.
Potas will be on the ground.
I don't know. I'm sorry, Jacob.
No, go for it, Rafa.
I don't know if this defense is different the way you say. Like, listen, I know they got Overshown back. I know they got Quentin Williams. I know that. But when we look at it, the Eagles' offense hasn't been blowing teams out the water. Okay, like they haven't been killing guys. They haven't been killing teams. They struggle to throw the ball at certain points in the game. So it's not like they've been phenomenal on offense so and then they played the Raiders the week before that. So it's not like, let's pump the brakes on Dallas' defense being good. That's why the total's still 52. So when we look at it, the total being at 52, like to me, the last week, the 49.5, the Chiefs were at home. It's a little bit different. To me, I think the Cowboys offense, is a much better unit. Unit-wise, much better than the Colts on offense. I really believe that. And when I look at the Cowboys, they have to understand that Dak needs to throw the ball 35 times. If they stick to that, they can win this game. So I'm going to go out on a limb.
That's crazy.
And I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys
Oh,
to win Thanksgiving. I'm going to go with the Cowboys.
Let's go,
Which is crazy because I think the Chiefs are phenomenal. But
Rafa, you act like this isn't Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes on the other side of the field.
I'm not
knowing what's on the line. They have a bad record. They have to win these games. They can't afford to lose this game.
I'm with you. I like them. You know how I feel about Patrick Mahomes. I just think that Dallas offense with George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb and Dak and Williams and Ferguson, I think that is a very, very good unit. I think they're going to be in this game. They might win it. They're going to cover the 3, but I think they win the game. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to give you an underdog. I'm going to give you a dog on Thanksgiving Day. Dallas Cowboys to beat the Kansas City Chiefs 31-27.
And a score.
Let's go. Run the sirens. Run the sirens.
Yeah, it's a pretty big one.
By the way, Eddie, Jacob has been contrary. Like he's contradicted you for weeks now. Like every little thing, the Chiefs thing is out of control. That Jacob is a full-blown Chiefs fan here for the last 3 weeks.
No, because for me, it's the whole Tom Brady thing. Like, I didn't like Tom Brady, but you guys swore Tom Brady was the GOAT of all time. So it's like, Mahomes is that for me. Like,
thank you, Jacob. You and I are on the same page here on this. Thank you, man.
Oh my God.
Like, you guys swear like Mahomes is not better than Tom Brady. Like,
Okay.
Who's you guys? Who's you guys? Who's you guys?
I'm just saying.
Let's
That's
just
not
stop
me, big
here.
dog.
This is Jacob still being upset with me kicking his ass in golf with the 69 wedge. This is where
You
this all is
use
coming.
an illegal club and
Not
you hit
illegal.
a 50-foot putt to win.
Okay, first off, Rafa, can you say it? Can you profess your love for Dak? You love Dak as well.
Oh yeah,
Just
well,
say
you know
it.
that. I've said it for the last 2 seasons that I love Dak. Everybody
He's
here
double
thinks
dacking.
that I'm an undercover Cowboys lover. Everybody here thinks that I'm an undercover Cowboys fan. When I look at the
Yes.
Cowboys every fucking year, They have elite players at a shit ton of positions. I know this year, offensive linemen, they had for the last couple of years, they've had guys retire. The guys are getting older, yada, yada, yada. But dude, and they had Micah, who was an elite defensive end, and now they went and got an elite defensive tackle. I understand all of that. So I'm not gonna throw shade to the Cowboys, and I'm not gonna throw shade to the Chiefs either, because I like the Chiefs. I think Mahomes. I agree with Jacob. Mahomes is phenomenal. I just think they're getting by in too many of these close games, and when you get into a close game with an offense that's this good and prolific, because they are, and we've seen that Eagles defense shut down the Lions a couple of weeks ago. Okay, I know that was at home. Listen. We saw it. We saw them shut them down. This offense, they weren't able to stop this offense in the second half. You think the Chiefs are going to be able to stop this offense at home? I don't know. And I don't think so.
Well, let's move on. It's going to be a great game.
Well,
Don't bother me.
Well, Hanley said, I hope you didn't jinx it, Rafa. And then
That's Matthew Rocha. That's Matthew Rocha's job.
Yes, that's our mush. Where is Matt?
Peter Lim Golf says, Dallas with a huge comeback last week is due for a huge letdown for their fans tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's a guarantee.
Oh, there goes my camera again.
I mean, that is a thing. That is a
Emotional
thing for
win
sure.
to a terrible loss.
And I love me some Jalen Hurts. I think Philly will be fine. They're up in that game 21-0. Shit happened. And in the end, Philly's going to be right there. Right? Philly, we've talked about Philly over and over again. They are not, and they haven't been, the team that blows you out and just winning. They win. They know how to win. And I'm a Jalen Hurts guy through and through. Through and through. So it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Philly has a big game this week too, man. Philly has a big game this week.
Play it on Black Friday. Let's get into the last Thanksgiving game first. We got the Bengals heading into Baltimore to play the Ravens. Ravens favored by 7 over under 52.5.
Do we know if Joe's playing? Eddie Money?
Joe Burrow's playing.
Woo. That's awesome, man. I love me some Joe. So listen, to me,
back.
Ravens now 6-5, although didn't look good in that first half against Cleveland. We know Cleveland has a good defense a couple of weeks ago. To me, the Ravens, I believe, are the AFC favorite. I think they're going to get their shit. Why am I insane? I don't think it's that fucking crazy.
I said it last week, man, and the week before. They are the favorite.
What has made you? What are you guys watching? What are you guys watching?
Jacob, listen.
Literally.
When you watch it, because they have the most talent on offense. I feel like
the Ravens?
The Ravens.
They have the most
talent
all over the field.
Where? Besides Lamar and Derrick Henry, who else do they have?
They have a good tight end.
Flowers?
Zay Flowers is nice, but like he's not like
he's not a number one. Like I don't think he's number one.
Listen, when you have Lamar,
he has top 10 receiving yards this year, though. I will say that.
There you go.
He's the only option. He's the only option at receiver. I would hope so.
They don't need, dude. This team is ready to roll. I'll tell you what. If the Ravens played any team in the AFC this week, Ravens beat any team in the AFC. Period. No doubt about it.
No, that's false.
They're not better than Denver. They're not better than Denver.
The Chiefs are putting belt to ass to the Ravens today.
I want to fucking throw.
They just beat the number one team in the AFC.
What is going on?
Or I guess number two now.
Show your Raider tattoo. Did you get it lasered or something? This is just blasphemy. Blasphemy for my own child.
I'm not gonna lie. Want me to lie?
The Chiefs came back at home
against the most efficient offense in the NFL.
Boom! Not anymore.
Oh my God. I can't take this.
I like the Chiefs, Jacob. I like the Chiefs. I'm with you. I love the Chiefs as well.
The Browns gave the Ravens all they had like 2 weeks ago. Or was that last week?
That was on the road. Like
divisional matchup on the road. We talk about this all the time.
I don't even know what divisional matchup in this bullshit that you guys keep saying.
It's a thing.
Bro, that's a fucking thing.
The
Facts.
Raiders, when they play on the road, they beat the Chiefs the other year when they won the championship.
They played against Shador Sanders at his first start. He didn't even start. He came in halfway through the game.
Not even halfway through the game, like the last drive of the game. The last handful of drives. He came in the fourth quarter, I believe. Listen,
Actually, never mind. Scratch everything we just said. Matthew Roach just said Ravens are on the up.
Oh,
Oh,
thank
shit.
you.
Roach is the
Thank-
only
That's all it took.
That's all it
That's
took.
all it took.
Go
Matt.
bet Ravens to not make the playoffs now.
Ever Ravens in the playoffs.
Lamar
the
Jackson
Ravens are
is-
trending up. Roach is right. That their defense is now playing. Like, you have to look at that defense. Okay, and listen, they're playing a Cincinnati team that we saw last year, and they both had monster games. Both games they played were I think both games were in like the 60s, I believe, on the totals. So Joe Burrow coming
70s.
back, he was ready to play last week. Obviously, showed you that which is why he's playing tomorrow. Will we get a shit ton of points in this game? I don't know, because I feel like this Ravens defense has gotten a lot better in the last 5 weeks. A lot better. And I think if we look at the numbers, that defense I think in the last 5 weeks might be the best defense in the league. And you could say they played the Jets, they played the Browns, yes, all of that probably are playing defense right now a lot more than I like the way Buffalo's playing offense, between the way the Chiefs are playing on offense, the way the fucking Broncos barely win any fucking games. Like, I mean, they win games. They just struggle to do it.
Yeah.
So do you take the Ravens over the Broncos today, Jacob, or no?
No, never. The Broncos are terrible. But I'm not taking the Broncos. I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm taking any team that's not named the Broncos.
Let's
So
go
what you've
Cowboys.
seen in the last handful of weeks from the Chiefs, a road loss after a bye in Denver, okay? Arguably, there could have been a
Divisional
false start.
matchup. Divisional matchup.
Divisional matchup, but on the road, yes, divisional matchup on the road, which is why they lost that game. There's
There
no
you
doubt
go.
about that in my mind. But coming off of a bye, and then the next week you're at home in a non-divisional game, and you struggle to win the game.
But they
You had to
won,
put
though.
together a late drive to get a field goal, and then your defense had to make a stop.
Rafa, what's tough to me is that you've always been the guy to say that Lamar can't do it in the playoffs. And now you think he's going to do it in the playoffs? Like that, now you think this is the year? Like,
Yeah,
been one
I
game.
think he's grown.
it's been
I
more
think
than
he's
one game.
growing, but I think he's growing as a player, not only as a quarterback. His decision making, to me, I think his decision making has gotten a lot better.
Like you say, I can't unsee what I saw. Like
I got
I can't unsee what I see from him in the playoffs. I can't unsee it.
It was bad
I'm not-
play calling.
It's multiple years. It's not just 1 year. This has been multiple years in the playoffs. So it's not just a one-time thing. This is a trend for him. So for me to be like, you know what, I'm gonna throw all that aside. I'm gonna doubt Patrick Mahomes, who's done it
Stop
every year in the playoffs.
I'm never doubting Patrick Mahomes. There's
You
no doubt
just
about
said it. You just said it.
No.
Today.
I'm not doubting him. I'm
You
not
said
doubting
today.
him.
Ravens are beating anybody in the AFC. That's what you said.
Because I believe that today. I believe that the Ravens are the best team. I believe their defense is playing good enough where they can hold, whether it's the Chiefs, whether it's the Broncos, whether it's the Colts, whether it's whether it's Buffalo. I believe they're playing good enough on defense to be able to hold them, and their offense will be efficient enough to win playoff games. That's what I believe. And I believe that today. And I'm the biggest Chiefs fan on this fucking
Yeah, that's
panel.
why I'm like, what's going on? I don't
Okay, let's move on. I don't want to fucking talk
Okay,
about
yeah.
the fucking Chiefs anymore. Stop fucking
Matthew
bringing up
Roach
the
just
Chiefs.
said you can't sleep on the Ravens. So the Chiefs team is a shell. They're week to week.
Oh,
God.
this is just
Let's
working out
bubble.
beautiful for me.
Let's bubble
Pete-
wrap Lamar.
Yeah, B Taps just said, "What's up, fellas?" He said, "Eddie, where that tomahawk at?"
Yes,
It's coming. It's
Guys,
coming.
It's coming, man.
So, guys, Higgins isn't playing. I think it's Ravens -7. I don't
Yes.
think this is the question. Let's move on to Friday because we have an NFL game on Friday. We have Peter Lims. We have the Bears 8-3 against Philly, also 8-3 in Philly. This is another test: are the Bears for real? Is Philly struggling? Are they going to figure this offense out? Because I think they'll be fine on defense. Rafa, I'm so curious to see where you start, where you sit on this game.
Eagles
Because
favored by 7, by the way. Over under 44 now.
I mean,
It's a lot.
dude, the Bears to me are putting things together. And Caleb, I know he has questions. I know we're not huge believers, but he's proving us wrong every single week. Is this their first real test, Rafa?
I think so. I think so. I think this is the week. I think this is a week where, as Jacob says, belt to ass. I think the Eagles are gonna put belt to ass to because I listen. The Eagles last week were up 21-0. They kind of went away from some things. They kind of laid off a little bit. So to me, I think they're gonna get up early in this game, and I think they're gonna stick it to them. I think that defense is gonna be too much for Caleb. and they don't run the ball with that supposed monster in the backfield. They don't run it great.
They don't.
They don't run it. They don't run it great. I'm sorry, but they don't run the ball great. So
They don't.
Are they? Let's look at the teams that they beat.
Yeah,
Bears,
there's no one good.
Let's look at the teams the Bears have beat. They beat the Giants. They were trailing late. They beat the Raiders, right?
The Bengals trailing late.
They beat the Bengals with Joe Flacco and trailing late. I mean, they beat Minnesota. Minnesota's beat nobody. I mean, they haven't beat like wow. They haven't. That's why the line's 7. If they were a wow team and Vegas believed in them, the line would be 3.5 to 4. But this game tells you that Vegas believes that the Eagles are 4 points better than them on the road, and they're at home, which is why the line's 7. I'm going to take the Eagles to put the fuck to Caleb Williams and his fucking orange nails bullshit.
So blue chip.
Whatever.
Here's the thing, Rafa, and this is why I got to fight back a little bit. It doesn't matter at this point what Vegas believes. I think they believe in their head coach. I think they believe in Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson, and this is what a good coach does. He instills belief. He gives you that shot in the arm, like maybe I am good, maybe, and they're winning. Winning in the NFL, I don't give an F. Any win, ugly, blowout, 1 point. Winning in the NFL is extremely difficult, and I think the Bears believe that they can beat Philly. I really do. And you're coming off a Philly team who's, dejected and having issues. AJ Brown's like, what the hell? Saquon's having maybe his worst year as a running back ever when he hasn't been hurt. There's issues in Philly. You can't pretend that there's not issues.
Yeah, I think for me it's concerning that the locker room is definitely split on Jalen Hurts, which is weird. Like there's rumors coming out that people are unhappy with his play. They're unhappy with the quarterback play or the play calling. Like that's not just like something small. Like that's your quarterback, and he's the leader of the team. So I think it's just weird. Philly's in a weird spot where they have a great record, but there's so much drama in that locker room right now where I think it's affecting their play on the field. And I think this game is either a blowout, like the Eagles kill this team, or the Bears win this game. Like to me, there's no in between. Like,
Hawks, you know what it sort of reminds me of? I'm going to tell you what it sort of reminds me of.
tell me.
Last fucking year when the Eagles won the Super Bowl fucking championship.
It wasn't as bad. It wasn't
no
as bad as this
bullshit.
year.
They were going to fire Sirianni last year. You can't tell me it wasn't as bad.
It was not as bad.
AJ Brown was fucking reading books on the sideline. It was just as bad last year. It was just as
not.
bad last year. It was.
No.
It was not.
Recency bias, man.
Guys, are you guys nuts? It was exactly the same.
No,
last
the
year.
year before.
Thank you.
One had like a
It was the year before. It was not as bad last.
Guys, it was this bad last year.
No,
they
it
were
wasn't.
fucking 11-1 or whatever
No,
the fuck
it was not as bad as this year.
You could say no, but Rafa and I, the two nobodies,
I'm telling
know
you guys are
that
wrong.
it was this. Ask Peter Lim. If Peter Lim's still out there, ask him if the drama was this bad last year. He will tell you yes. It was just Sirianni was on the hot seat last year, and he was the year before as well. By
The year
way.
before was that
No,
was the year they lost to the Buccaneers in the first round.
No, dude. Last year, mid-season, when
Yep.
there were reports of all sorts of shit going on from the sideline, this, that, and all that. It's been for the last 2 years that there's been an issue, and it's mostly started probably by the fucking fans and the dumbass fucking media there in Philly that probably doesn't know shit about it. To me, I think
But this year it isn't Sirianni; it's the quarterback. They don't like Jalen Hurts.
No, it's the offensive coordinator. Jalen Hurts has had 9 different effing offensive
There are
coordinators
reports
in 11
on the
years.
room.
In
The
11
locker room.
years.
The locker room is saying they don't like the play of Jalen Hurts.
You know who said it last year? The defensive tackle. I forget his name. They had to have a players meeting only because he came out and said something. This was last year, Hakatomi Plaza. Last year, the defensive tackle. It was a whole fucking thing.
Peter
But-
Lim says O-line injuries causing more issues than anything. We don't like Kevin Patullo.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, but by the way, you know who was their offensive coordinator 2 years ago? The Indianapolis Colts head coach, who has the most efficient offense on the planet. So this is a Patullo thing. You know, you have Lane Johnson, Hurt, who, you know, a Hall of Famer probably. But Jalen is fine. Jalen is the perfect quarterback for this kind of noise. He's so even keel. He's so freaking smooth. They will get past this. They will get past this. And I had to agree with Rafa. You know, as much as I argued against
You
it,
literally
as
just said the exact opposite.
no, I just think Philly's going to win this game. 7 points is a lot of points, but Rafa's the guru.
Belt to
Belt to
ass in this game. Listen, and I know Chicago's hot. They're 8-1 in their last 9, right? But if we look at the teams they've beat in that time, it's all right. So they beat the Cowboys at the beginning of the season, right? That was their first win. They then beat the Raiders by 1. You remember that game? They beat
Block field goal.
They beat the Redskins by 1. By the way, back-to-back weeks of 25-24. They then beat the Saints. They get absolutely dominated by the Ravens and Cooper Rush, by the way. Dominated. They had a late comeback in the Bengals game. They had a late comeback in the Giants game. They blew a lead against the Vikings and then put a drive together to win that game. And they beat the Steelers by 3 last week. They're going into Philly, a team that had a letdown last week after being up 21-0. That Eagles team, there's a ton of leadership. There's a ton of experience, championship experience on that team. Players that have been to the Super Bowl and lost and then won that motherfucker. So when I see them, that's one team that can easily bounce back, like the Chiefs. The Chiefs can easily bounce back week to week. They can bounce back, just like the Eagles, because they've been there and they've done it. They don't care about the outside noise. A.J. Brown bitching and crying about not getting the football. There were rumors they were going to trade that man. Fine. They didn't. The team is still there. They're still in first place. They're going to get the Bears. They're going to put the fuck to the Bears. And Caleb, you know, he ain't going to do shit. He's going to have to go and get a pedicure this week too. Fuck him.
There we go. So for you guys who don't know, Rafa's been having camera issues. Myles Garrett is Rafa's man crush. So anytime Rafa's camera goes out, I mean, there might be a shirtless Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett, clearly defensive MVP again this year.
I didn't
Clearly,
know his
best
You're gonna have a
player
man-
in the league.
If you're gonna have a man crush, who am I to argue on Myles Garrett?
Let's address that real quick. One day we were doing the pod at Eddie's house, right? And we were talking about colored dudes. You know, who's your best looking black dude? Jacob clearly went with Jalen Hurts. I'm not gonna forget that. And I went Myles Garrett as my number 1 pick. That was all.
Yes.
Jalen Hurts number 1. I'm sorry, Jalen Hurts is a handsome man.
We did. we did do a bracket of yeah.
We need to do
We all
Hawkeye
have-
draft. We need to do one.
We did the hot guy draft.
Yeah, I traded
sorry,
up
guys.
for Ronaldo.
It's
Yeah,
not a bad,
Oh,
that was
God,
a
okay.
not a bad move.
crazy
Not a bad
crazy
move.
pick. Yeah, he gave up all his first round, second round.
He's
picks.
got the longevity. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Too
true.
many grandma cookies, Rafa. Rocha,
All
we're
right,
not
we-
doing Navy Memphis, dude. That American Conference is Tulane's and North Texas. Let's move on.
Garbage.
Is he our Zach of this
Yes.
this podcast?
1,000%.
Yes.
Rocha is Zach for sure.
They would get along so well, actually.
Yeah. Matthew's good
So-
people though. Matthew, by the way, Matthew, thank you for the bottle. Appreciate it. Matthew Rocha sent me a nice bottle of Dalmore. Appreciate it, Matt.
Lost a bet. I mean,
Way
he
to-
just
way to
didn't send
pay
it
up.
to you out of love. He didn't send it to you out of love. So I forgot what the bet was. Anyways,
By the way,
we have a Friday game, right? College. We're just Iowa, Nebraska. Who gives a fuck?
I think we're good.
Uh,
We're good on that. I think
we
we're
have a
good.
bunch of good Friday games though.
Go over those ones
Yes.
instead.
Yeah. By the way, real quick, Peter Murphy said Bears are the hot hand right now. Eagles gonna cry. F the Eagles,
Whoa.
the Bears by 1 million.
Wow.
Let's go Bears.
Cry,
Fuck
cry.
the Eagles.
All right.
Will Hanley asked, was the hot guy draft before or after you guys were recapping Vanderpump Rules?
Probably
That was
probably
during, dude, Will, that was during that same time, brother.
Yeah, during
It was.
It was.
And how can you blame us? Vanderpump Rules. That was the hot topic. So we are trendy guys.
This is true.
Let's skip to Ole Miss, Mississippi State. We have a ton to talk about. Listen, the game is not going to be interesting, but Ole
That's
Miss.
not true, Eddie. A lot of people are talking about this game like if Mississippi State is Vanderbilt or even Missouri or one of those middle tier SEC teams.
Yeah, it's
You know what?
Ole Miss headed into Mississippi State. Ole Miss is only favored by 7.5, over under 62.5.
Wow.
Dude, and I don't know if you've seen. So supposedly that
I
Ole
mean,
Miss
go-
is going to make
go-
that Ole Miss is going to make an offer to Lane on Saturday after this game, right? And the AD came out and said it. I don't know if he said it. Somebody reported that he said it. So, you know, I don't know why that matters after this game, right? I mean, so I think Ole Miss is perfect spot. Like, there's no way Lane can have a letdown game again this year. He had one last year when they lost. I think it was to Florida there at the end late.
Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think this is that team. I don't think this is that team. I think Lane's going to go in there, kind of put all the naysayers and shut them the fuck up and cover against Mississippi State in the Egg Bowl and
Hey,
put
Lane.
belt to ass to
Lane.
State.
LANK. Let a naysayer know.
Oh yeah,
Oh God, I remember that. Let me say this, okay? Been a fan of Lane Kiffin. He's the most entertaining press conference in college football. He's going to tell the truth. He's going to talk over unders. He's going to talk about the line, which is wild, right? His daughter freaking dates an LSU linebacker. But you know, in a press conference, as a reporter should do, they asked him the tough questions. He avoided them as he should. I heard the offer, Rafa, is going to be $100 million at Ole Miss, right? $100 million. I think he should. I think he should stay as well, Rafa, because here's the thing. You know, whoever replaces James Franklin at Penn State has one thing: you have to win the games you should, and then you have to win the big games. There's zero, and when I say zero expectations, the expectations at Ole Miss are not LSU, right? So let's say you take $150 million at LSU, and you don't beat Alabama or Georgia that first year, you're immediately, just living in hell. And I think he should stay. I don't know if he is. I think he should have come out and said that he's staying already. But Rafa, my question to you is: let's hypothetically, let's say he makes the announcement, I'm leaving, right? As the Ole Miss, hierarchy, do you let him coach? Do you immediately release him? Because if they win and he leaves, you're in the playoffs, right? Do you let that guy, finish out, take you to the end, the finish line, or do you say now you got to go, man?
I don't know. I don't know if you as a head coach would make that decision after making the playoffs, right? Because how's that going to look on recruits going forward? And the guys that you recruited to Ole Miss that you can pull to LSU or Florida, wherever you decide to go, if you decide to leave, right? How's that going to look? You're letting a team down that's in the playoffs and has a chance at a national title, which is why I don't think that he would make that announcement. I think I would be shocked if he announced on Saturday after making a playoff spot, because we all know Ole Miss wins this game and they're in the playoffs. That's a 99% fucking chance, right? Yeah. There's no way that they would not be in. So I don't know how you can make that decision and then face those guys and even guys that you recruited for the following year and so on, because that will always be there. You're not North Texas. You're Ole Miss. You're not, because, and I mentioned North Texas because their coach took the job at Oklahoma State, and they're still in the thick of it to get one of those, non-good conference chances to play in the playoff. So, to me, I would be shocked if he came out on Saturday and sat there and said, "I'm taking the job at LSU." What could happen is he could, on Saturday, they could come out and say, "Oh, you know what? We're going to push the negotiation until after the playoff." Then that tells me he's taking the LSU job.
Yep.
That's what that would tell me.
Yep. Well, we had to talk about it. So I think we all agreed that he should probably stay. Money talks, bullshit walks, and we'll see what happens. And
I don't think, by the way, I don't think he should stay, Eddie.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think he should stay, because to me, I think Ole Miss is kind of is that program where it's not LSU, it's not Alabama, it's not Georgia. They're a second tier. It's a second tier deal. Like, if you don't make the playoffs, fine. If you make them, fucking great. I don't think they're that program. I think they're just right below that. We have Ohio State, Michigan, Oregon, Alabama, Georgia, and before it was Clemson, and now we've seen Clemson this year has been just god awful. But I think those programs expect excellence every year. I don't think Ole Miss expects excellence every year, and LSU expects excellence every year.
Every year.
And that's the thing, and that's why they let go of Brian Kelly, because they weren't getting the excellence that they got from the 3 previous head coaches that won national titles
in the first 3 years.
Exactly.
I'll let me just put this in everyone's head, and we'll move on. We'll go on to Georgia Tech, which last year was a great game. I stay at Ole Miss. I let DeBoer from Alabama, who has been good. If I am Lane Kiffin, I'm waiting for the University of Alabama job. That's the job I want.
But he could have had it. He could have had that job.
Yeah.
He could have had that job, and he didn't take that job.
He wasn't as hot as he is now, Rafa, back then. He wasn't as hot.
Listen, I get that, but I don't know. Because Georgia is going to more than likely be in that title game. And if it's against A&M or if it's against Ole Miss, I believe they can win it. And so Kellen DeBoer isn't getting fired.
He's not getting fired. He's not getting fired.
He could have gotten fired.
Yeah.
Earlier in the year, when we thought, okay, if they end up going this route, this bad all year long, I can see them firing him. He's been nothing but good all year long. So and they're going to be in the title game, barring a loss to Auburn. So,
well,
we got someone in the Instagram chat. He said, Colonel Bandit 77 said, "You guys are on point. Did I miss the tomahawk entry? No, just on time. All you got to do is comment, so you are in it now." Also, Peter Lim Golf said, "LL, your son doesn't want you to use a 69 wedge. He probably thinks the tush push is cheating."
Oh.
Yes,
First of
yes,
all,
Peter Lim.
First of all, this club is actually illegal, so that's not the same comparison
That's
whatsoever.
not true. It's legal. I looked it up. It's legal
It's
as
not
F.
legal.
Peter Lim knows more about golf than you do.
Oh,
Any
go to
fucking day of the
any-
week.
Go to any country club and play people for money and tell them you can use that club and see what happens. They'll be like, no, you can't use that club if we're going to pay for money.
Someone invite me to their country club and let's see what happens. I would love to find out.
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
That's a risk I'm willing to take. Anyone at Riviera want to invite me so I can bring out my 69 wedge and out of the stand? Listen, Rafa, I hit
They would
4
burn
shots.
you alive. They would
I
burn you
hit-
alive.
I hit 4 shots. Okay, on the
That's
front
why it's
9.
illegal.
Stuck it 18 inches away, baby, and that's why he's so pissed off. Let's
Because
move
it's
on to
literally
Georgia.
illegal. I mean,
Let's move on to Georgia Tech.
Oh, real quick, Ralphie said, "How the fuck Rafa turned into Miles Garrett? I knew he was hiding something." And then Duck Sweeney says, "By the way, glad to have you in here, Duck Sweeney. Lane
Yes,
going to
Duck.
LSU because Dabo getting that Florida job."
Ooh,
I don't
underachieving
know.
Dabo. Yeah,
that
that's a
wouldn't-
lateral.
That wouldn't affect me going to LSU, though, I don't think.
Well,
No, Rocha also
let's-
said every SEC team under the moon barely beat Mississippi State. Imagine if Ole Miss can't get it done.
Oh, listen, if they lose tomorrow
gone.
on Friday,
He's
he
gone.
will 1000% sit there on Saturday and tell you that he's going to take the job at LSU. There is
That's a
no
fact.
doubt about that.
that's a fact. That's
And
a
then-
fact.
Right before we get into the Georgia game, Duck Sweeney says into his SEC rankings for atmosphere and job, etc., he put Texas at 1, Bama, LSU, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, A&M, Oklahoma, and Ole Miss last.
That's accurate.
Texas number 1? They barely joined the SEC 3 years ago.
It doesn't
This-
matter.
Florida, though.
That the program is huge.
No. LSU at night, Death Valley. That's the best fucking game. LSU at night. They bring out the fucking Tiger. That is then Georgia's Georgia and Alabama right there. But don't look. You cannot put Texas number 1. Come on, Duck. You know better than this. Rafa, am I wrong? A night game in Death Valley? That is the dream right there.
No, to me, I think LSU is just historically an SEC power, right? That's the thing. That's what I'm basing it on. And you know, they're just they're a powerhouse. I mean, they are. They're a powerhouse, and they got to be elite. For the SEC and the SEC is great, but for it to be even greater is if LSU was also great all the time.
Yeah.
True. But getting into that next game, we have number 4 Georgia on the road going into number 23 Georgia Tech over under 59.5. I think the spread was Georgia minus 7.5. Let me double check. Oh no, Georgia minus 13.5.
What?
Yeah.
No. George,
That can't be right, Eddie Money.
let me see. I have it somewhere. Oh no, I have it
Yeah.
14. I have it plus Georgia Tech plus 14 is what I got.
Yeah.
Wow.
What was the score last year, Eddie Money? I mean, Georgia Tech let them off the hook last year, right? Talking about
Let me
talking about Haynes King. Come on, man. Come on. This guy's averaging 88 yards rushing a game. Has 2,500 yards
Oh,
passing.
yeah. It was 44-42 last year.
Yes. Now it's at Georgia Tech.
No, the game's at the Mercedes Benz.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the game's at
well, that makes
Mercedes Benz.
sense. Oh, that's right. That's right. It's a neutral site. Neutral site. But listen, we are lovers of King, and he does some great things. Gunnar Stockton has also won me over. Gunnar Stockton, no one's talking about his numbers: 2,400 yards, 19 touchdowns, 4 picks. But what Georgia has issues with, Rafa, is running quarterbacks. And King is one of those white dudes that runs the rock. Like I said, 88 yards average per game. I think he has like some crazy amount of rushing touchdowns. And Georgia Tech, they run the ball in these weird offensive sets. 14 points. Listen, I know we love it's glazing, Kirby Smart the last 2 weeks. It's been a glaze fest, and he deserves it. But that's 14 is a lot of points, Rafa. A lot of points.
I think I agree with Doug Sweeney here. I think Georgia Tech has just looked super soft the last handful of weeks. So I think Georgia. I don't know if Georgia covers though. This is such a big line.
Yeah, huge line
for this game. But I think Georgia wins this game. I think they win this game. I think they're in the playoff no matter what. So I'm with Doug Sweeney. I think Georgia wins this game and makes the playoffs.
Yeah. All right. Next game we have a number 13 Utah by 10.5 going into Kansas over under 60.5. You think anyway Utah can bump up these rankings to squeeze in?
No, I don't give two shits about this game. I love Whittingham. I love Utah. I don't care about this game. Let's talk about Texas A&M.
Yeah, that was the next game I got on the list. Number 3, Texas A&M favored by 1.5 on the road into number 16 Texas over under 53.5.
Dude, I'm blue chipping the fucking Texas Longhorns.
I knew you guys was gonna do that.
What? Run it! Run the sirens, man! Run the sirens!
Oh yeah.
I need to hear like some why.
I know why.
Because A&M sucks.
What?
He doesn't like A&M, and he thinks the quarterback sucks. He thinks that whole team is trash, and he still loves Arch Manning somehow.
You just got fucking digged by Georgia.
He did.
Not gonna lie, he did. All right,
He
okay,
did, but I'm gonna say that Kirby has digged down Georgia 3 times in the last fucking 12 months. So there's that. Hey, listen, to me, A&M playing with fire. I think they were playing fire a couple weeks back against South Carolina. I don't think they're gonna be able to do that against Texas, man. I think Texas is gonna get a big dub this weekend. Big dub this weekend.
That'd be a humongous dub.
If A&M loses, how
Listen.
far do they drop, you think?
They're still in the fucking playoff, unfortunately.
Okay, that's
Not
obvious.
far.
But, like,
Not far at all.
Not far.
They
No,
don't, they don't drop
Michael
below 6.
they'll drop below like at least 9 or 10, right?
No.
They're at 4.
Here.
If you lose to Texas, you're going down at least 9.
Yeah, let's see.
They're at 3.
I saw
So
them at 4.
3.
They're at 3, right? So if they lose this game, they'll drop right to where Ole Miss is at.
Yeah, I could see that.
Listen, I'm a fan of Mike Elko, right? Rumor on the streets is that Penn State was going after Elko hard. I said it when he was at Duke. This dude is a great football coach, right? How they came back against South Carolina says it all. He said, I didn't say a fucking word to my team at halftime. People thought I had this magic speech, and we came back from 27 points down. He goes, we won that game 6 months ago. We won that game not because what I said, it's that what we've been doing. Mike Elko is a great coach. But the fact is, guys, as much as you guys want to hate on me when I said that Archie Manning could possibly be the best Manning quarterback, and I got a lot of shit and still
That
do.
was wild.
The fact is that Archie is playing better.
That doesn't
He's
mean he's
playing-
the best
Doesn't mean he's
Manning
playing
of
good,
all time.
Listen, I didn't say he was the best. I said he has the potential to be the best because he has the same arm. He has his grandfather's athletic ability, right? Eli and Peyton couldn't run for shit. Archie's athletic and has the arm. If he could put all that shit together, which he's a young kid and it could happen, then he can still be the best Manning of all time, which is crazy to say. Okay. But when you put Archie numbers, okay, let's just say against Marcel Reed, who Heisman candidate. Marcel, 25 touchdowns, 8 picks, 2,700 yards, right? Archie right now, okay, his numbers are compared to anyone. 2,700 yards, 23 touchdowns, 7 picks. So people want to give Arch shit because the expectations were so high. Arch is playing better. And that's what good teams do. They get better. So I agree, man. I think Texas wins this game. I don't know if that's a jinx on you, Rafa, but I just did it.
We have our communal jinx. Matthew Rocha giving his insights. Says A&M gonna sack the shit out of Arch. Only chance Texas has is putting out their backup. And he also adds, was Tom Brady athletic? QBs don't need athleticism anymore.
Yeah, I think you're forgetting that Eli Manning and Peyton Manning were the smartest QBs like of all time. Like their brain worked different.
They were great.
Peyton,
I'm not
definitely like top 3 smartest quarterbacks of all time.
I am not saying that he's there yet. I'm not saying, but
he's not there yet.
Listen, he has the same genetics, right? For you guys to say that he can't be that, I'm saying that he can be that. He's still young, right? He lost to Ohio State. He lost to Georgia at Georgia. He's losing games in the toughest places to play on the freaking planet Earth, right? He's not coming out. Give him some time.
Florida kicked his ass.
That was also his first road game in the SEC. His first, the swamp is a thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Guys, we love all the participation. I want to give 1 minute. We all want to see Rafa's face. We still have Indiana at Purdue, Arizona at ASU, which for us is a family tradition. Listen to this banger of a song. Go to the bathroom. Go grab a drink. Go grab a smoke. We'll be back in 2 minutes while Rafa fixes his shit. And we have 2 more games in college, and then we're going to go right into the NFL. We love you guys. Stay tuned. And we're still giving away that tomahawk, baby. Wagyu tomahawk from Best Butcher. And Peter, just run the clip, anybody.
I'm a nobody, baby. Light me up. Pour me up. I'm gone. Got me seeing genies in a bottle. Liquor got me feeling like a wrestler. Call me Santiago. Everyone listen when I speak. Don't know shit about shit, but I know ball. Call me the guru. Bells coming ringing when I'm winning. Come on, I told you that's who. Specify, do it live. I told you. Hey, always coming with the heat. Riley with the facts. Jacks, let them know. CJ, replay my parlay. Hitting when I don't even know. I'm a nobody, baby. Light me up, pour me up. I'm gone. Got me seeing genies in a bottle. Liquor got me feeling like a wrestler. Call me Santiago. Everyone listen when I speak. Don't know shit about shit, but I know ball. Call me the coming ringing when I'm winning. I told you, don't be like guy, don't be a loser. You know why I'm a nobody. Didn't even try. That's on me. I am that guy. Talk my shit. I said what I said. So many hot takes, mic glowing red. Everybody wanna be about it. I doubt it. Get money, motherfucker. No questions about it. At the win, not complaining about it. We win. I'm a nobody, baby. Light me up, pour me up. I'm gone. Everyone listen when I speak. Don't know shit about shit, but we know ball.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Two Nobodies with the Mic, episode 160. Thank you guys for hanging out. Rafa, you never looked as good as you ever have now, Papa.
Thank you.
So,
Ooh, by the way, to start off real quick, what Hanley says, are we forgetting that Arch's dad was the Manning brother and that never made it? I'm surprised no one is bringing that up.
okay, Will, of course I know that, but if you know the story, his dad was the most athletic, played receiver, was a star, right? But he had this weird I don't know if a disease or something where something went numb, but he actually came from the most athletic son of Archie. So just because he didn't make it wasn't his fault. He was actually a high recruit. He was a stud, and then like his hands went numb. He had some kind of condition. Condition is what I meant to say. But yeah, Will, good pull. Boom.
Like arthritis.
There's my guy. Yeah, there's my guy, Ocha. But yeah. With that being said, man, it is what it is. Thank you guys for hanging out. Guys, we just did our little 2-minute break. I hope you enjoyed that song. But we haven't given away the tomahawk yet from Best Butcher. That is still on the line. Eddie Money, are you taking down all these people's names?
Yep. Got a long list. We just added Jay Choi Golf Life just joined in the chat on Instagram. Said what's up.
What's up, guys? If you are in the bucket, if you guys are in the Buckets Club, show my $30,000 bottle of Bushmills. Yeah, I'm enjoying that tonight. Inside joke for all the Bucket Club members. I got best dressed at a tournament. It only took $30,000 to win a single malt whiskey. It tastes so good. What up, Troy? So, guys, we have 2 more games in college. We're gonna go right into NFL. Rafa is here, the guru. Get your pad and pen because he's gonna give you his picks. And Rafa has been on fire lately. So we will skim over this one. We have Indiana at Purdue. That is not going to be a game. I think it's like a minus 28.5 or whatever. But Fernando Mendoza, Miami, Florida, Cubano, Rafa's college crush of a man. He looks great, Rafa. Oye, papi. So, just to skip
Indiana
over this,
by
Rafa,
35. Let's go on to the next one, man.
number 1 pick in the draft as well, in my opinion.
Wow, that's going to be crazy.
Opinion. So, if you guys don't know, Hakatomi Plaza, this guy right here, my son, his godfather, Richard Dice, one of the best receivers ever to come out of Mission Hills, Alamany High School, and set records at U of A, Wildcat. And he has an iconic moment that we talk about, and it was all over, TV. This game is big, and this game actually means something this year because Arizona, the Wildcats in Tempe, in Tempe, both teams 8-3, right? You have Fida, Tiny, someone that got a Servite, having a really good year. Rafa having a really good year without T-Mac, his partner in crime, and then you have Sam Levitt, who a lot of people said was going to be a top 10 pick coming out of ASU. They're also 8-3.
Heisman favorite.
ASU at home. 1.5 point dogs. But to finish the story of Richard Dice, my friend, Jacob's godfather, he tore his ACL 3 weeks earlier, decided to play in this game because it means the rest of the country doesn't know how much hatred there is between U of A and ASU. You've heard the chants of what's the Steve Kerr, right? When Steve Kerr's dad died and they played against each other in basketball, they're screaming, "Who's your daddy?" like a week after. The hate is just it's ugly. So this is a big game. And Richard Dice, with the torn ACL, catches a 60-yard bomb. He's laid out, can't walk. They hold him up, and then the camera zooms in on Rich, and he gets a double bird on national TV. It's a legendary moment. Look it up. And that's why we're going to cover this game. Rafa, your thoughts. U of A at ASU, both 8-3. It means something to us. Who you
Both
got,
ranked.
man? Both ranked.
Yeah, both ranked. Arizona's trending up, right? They've won 4 in a row. So I'm going to go with Richard Dice and the Arizona Wildcats, man.
Woo!
I'm going to go with the Wildcats. Look, by the
All
way,
right, man.
Arizona's 3 losses. BYU, a ranked Iowa State team at the time, and a good Houston team on the road. Then they beat a bad Colorado team on the road. They beat an above average Kansas team, I believe, an above average Cincinnati team, a decent Baylor team. They actually dominated that game last week, I believe. And now on Friday night, they're going to go into Tempe and put belt to ass to the Sun Devils.
Wow. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. So, listen, that is your college template. We just did an hour and a half on college football. It's rivalry.
Are we not covering Saturday?
We're not done.
Yeah,
We're not done.
wait,
We got
whoa,
Saturday.
whoa.
We
What
haven't even
the
hit
hell?
Saturday.
We went
Oh, my
straight to
God.
Sunday.
That's
We got
That's just
got it.
Friday.
that's just Friday, baby.
That's just Friday, man.
Yeah,
Holy
we got
shit,
a
I
ton
have-
of great
I-
ones.
Oh
All
yeah.
right. Let's roll.
Where's
go.
Dude McBoob at? We're talking about your game right now.
This
got-
right here, fellas, this is what college football is about. To me, this is bigger than Yankees Red Sox. This is bigger than Duke North Carolina. This is bigger than Dodgers Giants. To me, this is the best rivalry in sports. SC Notre Dame,
American sports.
American sports, obviously. Rafa, would you agree with that?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You
'Cause
can
I
also
think-
do Raiders and winning. That's up there.
Wow. That's
No,
rough.
man. Duke North Carolina, when they were both elite, is bigger than this. And they have a lot more years of both being elite than Michigan and Ohio State, I think, in my opinion. I think Yankees and Red Sox, when they were both at the top tier of Major League Baseball, dude, they were playing Friday night was on national TV. Saturday was on national TV. Sunday night baseball was on national TV. They played national games every series for probably 2 or 3 seasons. So Red Sox, Yankees, and listen, this is a great matchup, right? In college football, there might not be a bigger game than this, right? Auburn, Alabama, I don't think is as big as this. USC,
No.
UCLA is definitely not bigger than this.
USC Notre Dame is not as
USC
big as
Notre
this.
Dame is not played at the end of the year. It's not played, and
Yeah.
usually, how much meaning is in that USC Notre Dame game rankings wise for the conference, etc.
Yeah.
So to me, when you look at these two games with these two teams, when you look at these two teams, I think it's Michigan can come in here and if Michigan comes into this game and beats Ohio State, the number 1 team in the land since week 1, basically, that's huge for them. And they beat them last year, I believe, and that was on the road.
But
Yes.
can you admit that the playoffs now kind of not diminishes, but it doesn't mean as much anymore because of the playoffs this game?
This
No.
game is
Ryan Day
everything.
said it. Ryan Day has came out and said it's not that big of a deal.
When did he say this?
He
That's
said
bullshit. Show me the quote. That he will get crucified if he said that.
he didn't say it without. He said it without saying it.
I don't know, Jacob. This
Okay.
this to me, and listen, if let's say he said it. The only reason he said it was because he lost to them last year, I think, right, or the year before, whatever it was.
Yeah, last year.
By the way, Rick Flores and Doug Sweeney are spot on. The Red River
Yes.
rivalry is also a huge game, but it's usually played in September or at the very beginning of October. It is, and both teams. It was, the beginning of the season. It's not the same. This game is played at the end. I think this game is bigger than that game, for me. Anyways.
No, that is a huge game. I can't even say rivalry week, let alone Red River rivalry. So that's why I didn't attempt to say it. But huge game for sure. But I've said this before on this podcast. I have walked through Ohio State's football facility, and there are clocks everywhere ticking down to that one game. It says it on floor mats. SC doesn't do that shit. Texas doesn't do that shit. This game is everything. That being said, let's move on to this game. And,
Well, you don't think Michigan has a chance?
No. Let's talk about the game.
Oh.
1,000%. Michigan, of course they have a chance. Michigan won on the road last year.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh God, yes. The spread is too big, in my opinion.
9.5 for Ohio State.
Bryce Underwood, the $12 million man, the NIL deal, he's starting to get better, right? But and Julian's saying this game, like I said, it's posted everywhere. Can Julian saying take the pressure of an entire state and win this game in Ann Arbor, by the way? Dude, McBoob, give me some credit here. I'm trying to freaking hype your state up. What do you think, Rafa?
I'm gonna go with Underwood in Michigan to cover the 9.5 at home because I'll this is why. And Jeremiah Smith and Tate sat last week. And why did they sit? Maybe were they resting for this game? I don't know. Julian Sayin hasn't blown you out of the water. Like, to me, at least when I watch him, I don't say, wow, look at that. I don't see that with him, right? So you're playing a Michigan team who, this game is everything for both schools at this point, right? And Ohio State might be, to be honest with you, I want to say, you say, they got a countdown and all that. I think Ohio State kind of doesn't feel the same way Michigan might feel this week. I think Michigan understands this is a must win for them to have this game. And this game could propel them into maybe the title game in the Big Ten. And I know they might need an Oregon loss. But I think Michigan's going to give them a game. I think they're going to cover the 9.5. They might be in this thing all the way to the very end, Eddie. I mean,
I agree.
Might be up a score and need a first down to put the game away. And listen, Michigan's offense hasn't blown anyone out of the water, in my opinion. I don't think they've been.
That's not an opinion. That's a fact.
Right.
That's not an opinion.
So I don't think they've been wow. The kid's a freshman. You talked about he got all the money, and he's a freshman and he's only going to get better. And I can't wait to see him in year 2 and 3.
Yeah.
To me, I think this game. I think Michigan's going to keep it really close. I think Michigan's got a chance. I think they're going to have a chance to win this game. I think Michigan covers the game.
You just said that. You just said that he doesn't feel the same way that Michigan does this week.
That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous statement. I promise you.
That's what he just said. Rafa just said that.
I know he said it, and I'm saying it.
But Ryan Day said it in the interview. He said we're not focused on Michigan. We're focused on championships and the playoffs. So
right, that's what I think. That's the thing, and you just said it. If he came out and said that we're not focused on Michigan, that tells me that team is listening to that, right? And they could be thinking we're looking at the bigger picture. Last year we didn't win the Big Ten, and we were still the best team in the country. So he may believe that. He may believe we don't need to win the Big Ten. We want to win the national title. We may not care. They may not care enough about Michigan to leave Michigan hanging around to cover the 9.5 points. And that's what we're here to do, to give you some gambling tips. And that's what I think.
I agree with you, Rafa.
That's what I think. I think Michigan hangs around long enough to cover the 9.5. I don't listen. If Ohio State gets up early, 14-0, 21-3, that game will be over. I don't see this Michigan team battling back from down 2 scores. And I'm not talking about 2 field goals. I'm not talking about a field goal. I'm talking about 2 touchdowns. If Michigan gets down 2 touchdowns early, I don't think they can come back from that. But I haven't seen Ohio State hasn't wowed me on offense just yet. They put up a big number against UCLA, but look at what they didn't cover Purdue. And I know Purdue shit. And like I said, I just feel like they understand what the bigger prize is. And the bigger prize is national. Ohio State is a national championship team. That's what they are. I don't think they give a fuck about the Big Ten, because they didn't win it last year and they won this whole fucking thing and none of the games were even close.
Man,
so
you guys are so far off on this take. You guys are so far off on this take. I get what you're saying.
Why did Ryan Day say that then?
He will be fired. Coaches, Cooper, what was his name? Pat Cooper, I forget. Ohio State coach for 10 years. Won national championships, but couldn't beat Michigan. You will get fired if you don't fixate on beating Michigan, and vice versa.
It's different now, though.
You can go 0-2 against Michigan in 2 years with 2 national titles. Nobody's going to give a fuck.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was a rare occurrence last year, Rafa. It was
they dominated. They were clearly
close.
None of the games were close. Like Notre Dame might have had a tiny smidgen of a chance, but other than that, Oregon had no chance. That game was over in the first quarter. Like nobody has. They feel like they're that good. I don't think they're as good as they were last year. This year, I do believe that. When I look at the teams that are in the playoffs, I think Alabama's better, not better than Ohio State. I think Alabama would give them a much better game than they did last year than they got from any of the playoff teams. I think Georgia can give them a better game. I think Indiana can give them a much better game than anything they faced last year. Because I don't think last year's team is as good. But listen, if they go 0-2 against Michigan in 2 years with 2 national titles, nobody's going to give a fuck. Like, there's no way.
I agree. I think that's why the playoffs kind of hurts this rivalry, because if they lose again to Michigan and they go on and win it again, then what does it matter with this game if you win or lose? Besides pride.
I'll tell you why. This is what you guys are missing. And I understand your point, and we'll move on after this. I understand your point. It's because the fans, because you have divided households. Your neighbor, right, is saying, so what? We kicked your ass, right? You might have won a national championship, but we beat you. That is a thing in this rivalry. I'm telling you. But I get what you guys are saying. Point well taken.
I don't think that matters. To me, like UCLA fans should never say anything to USC because you're not fucking good at football. That's the thing. Yeah. Oh, we beat you. Nobody cares. You're not fucking good. So when a Michigan fan can come in and say to an Ohio State fan this year, I'm not talking about 2 years ago, Dude McBoob, or 3 years ago. I'm talking about this year, where the reigning national champions are from Columbus, Ohio. They are the #1 team in the land. Michigan could go and beat them this weekend, and in 5 weeks or 6 weeks, when fucking they're lifting that national title, that national championship trophy, nobody's gonna give a fuck that they lost Thanksgiving weekend to Michigan, if that were the case. So I don't think, Eddie, that the fans can think whatever the fuck they want, and we see how stupid fans are, whether it's Raiders fans or Cowboys fans or UCLA fans, which aren't many, right? Like we've seen how stupid they are. So I don't think they give a crap about that. I think they're a much bigger. Ohio State believes they're much bigger than this game. That's what I want to say.
I agree.
Point well taken. Point well taken.
What else we got, Eddie Money?
All right, another rivalry game. Another also big game as well. Number 12 Miami favored by 6.5, going to number 22 Pitt over under 49.5.
Big game.
I'll tell you what needs to happen in this game.
I'll
tell you what needs to happen in this game. Miami needs to beat the fuck out of Pitt. Like, completely beat the fuck out of them the way Notre Dame did. So then, when the committee sits down and
Yes.
looks at these two games, you can say, well, Miami beat Notre Dame week 1, fine. They lost to SMU and Louisville. But they beat the fuck out of Pittsburgh, as did Notre Dame. That's the only way Miami has a fighting chance unless Virginia loses. I think Miami's going to beat the fuck out of them.
They're not going to.
This shit. I think
They're
they
not
are.
going to.
I think they are. I think Pitt is one of those teams. Pitt is an illusion that they're good, like Illinois, like fucking Virginia, like those teams. There is an illusion that they're good.
I agree with you. I don't think Pitt is good. I think Miami isn't that good. I don't think they're better than Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame kicked Pitt's ass because Notre Dame is good. Miami, I don't think is that good to kick Pitt's ass. I think Pitt's too close.
NC State, when they played NC State beat Georgia Tech, and they understood we need to beat the fuck out of NC State because they beat Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is higher in the rankings right now, blah, 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 blah. They put the fuck to NC State. They're going to put the fuck to Pittsburgh, and they're going to make a case come next Tuesday where the committee's going to have to sit down and look and say, and they have Notre Dame above Miami right now. Yes, they do, because Notre Dame was playing better. But when the committee's got to sit down and look. Going to get their ass whooped by 14 this weekend in Texas. We're going to look at all of that shit. I'm telling you what the committee's going to do next fucking Tuesday. Texas A&M going to get their ass whooped by the Longhorns. Miami's going to whoop their ass on Pitt, and Notre Dame's going to drop to 11. Fuck them. Fuck the Irish.
What? Eddie Money, what's the over-under on this game? And I don't do this. I don't do this usually, but what's the over-under?
49.5.
Okay. I don't give picks out. I do not give picks out. But to all my peeps out there, and I'm not a gambler, the guru over there, Rafa's the guy. 1,000% Miami is going to try to score 60 points by themselves. It's a narrative where they feel they have to do it. 49, to me, is too low. Miami knows they're playing against the committee, they're playing against Pittsburgh, and they're playing against Notre Dame and what they did to Pittsburgh last week. I think Miami scores 50 points by themselves, Rafa. And
Notre Dame won that game 37. Notre Dame won that game 37-15. If Miami wins this game, whether it's 42-3 or 42-14, the committee will have to look at that and then consider, because they can't run this narrative that this team they have the exact same record and they have a head-to-head. They cannot leave that out because it's going to set a bad precedent.
You're forgetting one thing. You're forgetting one thing in this whole scenario is that the Pitt coach came out and said, we only care about ACC games. So Pitt is doing everything possible to stay close to the game. The fact that you guys think that Pitt is going to roll over is crazy.
They're not going to roll over.
Pitt only gives a fuck about this game. They're
not going to roll over. They're not going to roll over. But Miami, and we said it early in the year, Eddie and I, they have the most physical offensive line in the country. They have the most physical defensive line in the country. They will assert themselves this weekend. This is for them, their national title game right here. They need this game. They need to dominate. Absolutely. They may not do it, but they need to do it, which is why Eddie likes the total. They're gonna go for it. They might go for 2. That shit might be 24-0 after 3 scores. They're gonna try and put the fuck to them, which is what I think Miami's gonna do.
Watch. You see, there's gonna be fake punts, there's gonna be double reverses, there's gonna be hook and ladders. You watch. Rafa agrees with me on this one.
A good team, so they'll somehow fuck it up.
We'll see.
No, Miami's a great team. Miami's a great team. They don't have a great quarterback in Carson Beck.
Quarterback's the most important position on the field.
Talent's there. They're gonna. I think they're gonna get it done. I'm with Eddie, and I think they're gonna try. They're gonna try and put belt to ass in this game, which is why Eddie likes the over, which is why I like Miami to cover the 6.5. They're going to go into Pittsburgh, and I think they're going to put the fuck to them.
You ducks when you said they got to put Miami in over the Irish if they also beat Pitt the way ND did. They have the head-to-head. Will Hanley goes, ND will bribe their way in.
Probably
They're
not wrong.
always in.
Racy 11.
I see you, Racy.
Yeah, he said Notre Dame is going to run the table. He said Notre Dame has the best running game and is going to roll over everyone going forward.
Let's be real.
Okay, so, go ahead, Rafa.
Let's be real. Notre Dame's not running over anybody. They're a fucking. If they get in the playoffs, which they probably will, they're probably a one out. They're a one out. They're a one and done. They're literally a one and done. I think.
I don't agree with that. I had Notre Dame right there at the end. Why Notre Dame lost to Miami, which just pissed me off beyond belief, is they gave Jeremiah Love the ball 4 times in the first half. They didn't go with their strength. And to you, Ray, it's not because they could. The reason why Notre Dame, I think, will make a run in the playoffs is because Carr, their quarterback, is starting to play really well. And they have the best football player in the country in Jeremiah Love. I believe that. So let's move on,
like
fellas.
Yeah, all right. Another good game we have lined up. We have LSU headed into number 8 Oklahoma. Oklahoma favored by 10.5 with an over-under of 36.5.
What you got, Rafa?
Man, I mean, Oklahoma needs to win this game to be in the playoff, right? And to stay in it, right? Is that what we're looking at?
Yep.
Yeah.
I listen, and I know. I know Rocha just alluded to it. What if BYU wins the Big 12 and they put BYU and Texas Tech in? I don't think if Texas Tech loses to BYU, I don't think that it's fucked up that you penalize a team when they get to the title game and they were ranked in the top 5 or 6 or whatever. But I can't. To me, I don't think it's right if you leave out an Oklahoma team over a Texas Tech team with not winning the Big 12. That's what I think. So
right.
I think Oklahoma's going to beat the shit out of LSU. I really do. I think Oklahoma understands that they cannot have – they need this, and they're going to do – they're going to fucking dominate this game, I think.
Defensively, 100%.
Defensively, no doubt about it.
Yep.
And we have next up we have number 6 Oregon on the road, favored by 6.5 going into Washington, over under 50.5.
Dude,
any chance Washington pulls an upset here?
If it's raining, they have a chance. If it's not fucking raining, Washington sucks dick.
That's not true.
Washington sucks, Eddie.
Jed Fish is a good coach. I think Oregon needs to be on upset alert. Right?
I hope you're right, because I hate them.
They blew their load last week.
Pause.
Washington is not a bad team. Listen, that's just how I feel. And I think Dan Lanning is a good coach. But I think this is another game like an ASU, Arizona, that people don't understand how important this game is in the Northwest. No one understands anything in the Northwest. No one
real
gives a
quick
fuck about
on the ASU. Here is Mr. Dice.
Yes, that is Richard Dice. That's not him flipping everyone off during that game, but yeah, Richard Dice, very, very prolific receiver.
The drip is crazy though.
Oh,
yeah, no gloves.
Oh, yeah.
No gloves is crazy.
No gloves. Yeah.
Tape.
Cleats are fire though. Cleats are fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pac-12, Pac-10 play.
It's crazy too though. Long pants like that, wild.
Oh,
Dude, tell me that guy hasn't been in prison 72 times.
yes. And by the way, that's his true freshman year, and they gave him the number 39. He didn't. Okay, that horrible picture. Show him senior year. My God, Eddie Money, the worst picture possible. Yes,
it's what Sports Center, Sports Illustrated used that picture for him.
Oh,
17 is fire. I wore 17 because of him,
Yes.
actually.
17,
Actually, you want to see a better picture?
17.
Boom.
But I think I'll just say this. We'll move on. There he is.
Yeah,
That's a baller right there. That's a baller.
he was in American
Um,
History X.
You know what side he'd go with if he got locked up.
100%. And he still thinks he's Mexican. That's hilarious. Yeah, Oklahoma's gonna whip that ass.
The thing about Washington, Eddie, that I have a problem with, and listen, they beat Illinois, and they lost to Ohio State, and they lost to Michigan. Those are their two losses, and then the third loss is to fucking Wisconsin. That's their third loss.
Okay.
Now,
true.
let me ask you something. If Oregon loses this game, and you think they're on upset alert, I would love for them to be on upset alert.
They're out.
If Oregon loses this game, are they out?
Yes. They have to be.
No, there's still a chance. I'm not gonna say they're out.
Pull up the rankings, Eddie Money.
Here's the Big Ten rankings, and then here is college football. In a world where
The thing
Michigan
is-
wins and Oregon loses, it'd be
Then Michigan is in the title game. This game is so important for the Big Ten, right? I
It's
mean,
huge.
there's the two games that are important for the Big Ten: the Ohio State-Michigan game, and then this game, right? And to me, if Oregon loses this game, I don't think that they could stay in.
Yeah, they're unranked Washington. You can't.
I don't
There's
think
no
they
way.
could stay in this game if they lose this game, because then you'd have an Alabama team with 2 losses who would be in the SEC title game, right? You have an Oklahoma team that would have 2 losses. And so to me, I think if Oregon loses, I think this propels Miami into that spot without getting into the ACC title.
Agreed.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Huge implications in that game.
So Rocha's asking who's safe. Indiana's safe. Ohio State is safe. A&M is safe. Georgia's safe.
Yeah.
So,
That's it.
I mean,
Tech isn't safe.
Texas Tech,
They have to be safe.
they're 10-1. Okay, they're 10-1, and listen, they played great. The thing is that if they lose in the Big 12 title game to BYU, are you bumping Oklahoma for Texas Tech?
I feel like you have to because it's a conference championship game.
I get that part of it. I understand that part of it. They'll have one more game, and listen, they're probably in. I just don't think if we're trying to find the best 11 with the shitter coming out of the fucking non-power 4, right? I don't think it's going to be Texas Tech.
Yeah. Well,
That's
also
tough to leave
we
them out.
saw last year when you lost your conference championship game, it negatively affected you. So
Yeah, well, SMU
Yes.
got it. So
Yeah.
so it doesn't.
which was a shit show, and the committee should literally realize that. Like
Yeah.
we put SMU in, and it was a total shit show.
Mhm.
Let's be real.
It
So
was.
that's why everybody's bitching about reseeding, because you're letting in some of these teams that we know don't belong there. That's
Yeah.
the thing. So I think I think a 2-loss Big 12 team should not be in this shit. Let's be real. A 2-loss
I
Big
agree
12
with you.
team shouldn't be in. That
I agree.
that for me. That's my take.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's finish off college. We have Vandy, Tennessee, right? That has to
Yeah.
be our last.
Well, not last.
Look, it's USC and UCLA.
The spread's
Okay.
like 21.
Well, I guess
Also Bama
And I
Auburn.
guess
And Bama Auburn.
We have number 14
All right.
Vandy headed into number 19 Tennessee. Over under 65.5. Tennessee favored by 3.5 at home.
you
I
know
don't
what's
care about that game.
ironic in Tennessee? They have a guy named Diego Pavia as leading Vandy, and Mexican Puerto Rican Joey Aguilar, and a bunch of white people drinking moonshine, watching these two Mexican and Puerto Rican dudes run all over the field. And both have incredible numbers, by the way. Pavia, I mean, incredible numbers. Joey Aguilar, but this is number 14 against number 13. Okay, so both high-powered offenses. It's bragging rights for the state of Tennessee, but you know, Vandy, this is not like an outlier. Vandy has beat Tennessee in 2012, 2016, and 2023. So this is not something like it will be crazy. But I'll take Tennessee at home. Rocky Top.
I'll take the over. Over 66 and a half. Blue chip the over. I think you're going to get a
For sure.
point.
Agree. All right.
Next game we have number 10 Alabama favored by 6.5 on the road, going into Auburn over under 46.5 Iron Bowl. Auburn playing with absolutely nothing to lose. East side ruining Bama's playoff hopes.
This is always a tough
We've
game.
seen some weird shit happen. Yes,
Yeah.
we've seen some weird shit happen, Rafa.
Yeah, this
We
is
just
a
have-
tough game.
And it's at Auburn. Alabama though, running the ball better. And that's where I think, things are different. But
I don't know about
Yeah.
better.
War Eagle, but give me Bama. Roll Tide.
All right. I'm with Eddie on Bama.
Bama?
Oh, Doug Sweeney, 100%. If Bama loses,
Yeah,
they're way.
Yes,
they're way,
no way
they're,
they stand.
they're way out if they lose.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob?
I don't know. I mean, I think it'll be a close game just because of Auburn and Alabama, but Bama should be good enough to pull it out.
All right. And then last game, UCLA playing number 17 USC. USC's favored by 21.5 over under 58.5.
That line's too big.
SC will never cover this. SC
Yeah,
will
that
never
line's
cover this.
Way too big.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Didn't LSU,
You guys watch
UCLA?
UCLA play football or no?
Yeah, did you guys watch last week?
I don't think
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter.
You throw it out the door.
This
And
game, it doesn't
I
matter.
love the quarterback. Yeah. This will be a 14 to 15 point game. 21's too
Wow.
big.
Eddie
I can't
Money,
remember the last
blue
time
chip the,
SC
blue chip the
blew
over
out.
in this game. Woo, we're blue chip the
Yeah.
over. Dude, USC is going to put up a 35 spot in the first half. This UCLA team is fucking
They
trash.
could.
USC has the worst defense I've ever seen on the planet.
That's
This
not
team
true.
is awful, dude.
They've
UCLA
had
is
worse.
garbage.
UCLA is in shambles.
True.
And 100%. Nico should be the hottest commodity. Dude, Nico should be. If I'm LSU, I'm trying to get Nico. If I'm Florida, I'm trying to get
Yeah.
Nico. If I'm Alabama and Ty Simpson's gone, I'm trying to get Nico. Georgia, maybe not Georgia. You know how Georgia does it. But
What
dude,
does that mean,
whoever
Rafa?
chooses-
What does that mean?
They want
They
Richard
only
Grant at
get-
quarterback.
they only get white guys at quarterback, bro.
That's a
Like-
fact.
That's a fact. They recruited
That's not-
white dudes.
that's not a
black dudes,
secret.
and they don't play them. Like Justin Fields, nah, you don't. We don't want you. We
Yeah,
want you. but we
I
don't
know.
want
I was
you.
arguing with my
We
dad.
don't
He
want
tried to
you
say
to
I
play.
was wrong.
No. The white is right for them. That's what they do.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
But that wraps up college for us. Now just headed into the Sunday games for NFL. Still got a loaded slate. Starting off with Brock Purdy and the 49ers, favored by 4.5, going into Cleveland to play Cleveland Browns and Myles Garrett. Over under 35.5. Shedeur Sanders will get another start despite Dylan Gabriel being out of the concussion protocol.
Eddie,
As
people
he
are asking
should.
about the giveaway. Do you want to do the giveaway like at 8:40? Like in
Yes.
30 minutes? You want to do that?
Yeah. We'll
what do
do
you-
it in 20 minutes. We'll do it
Okay.
in 20 at 8:30. At 8:30, we'll do the raffle. We'll give this tomahawk away. Hang in there. We're in NFL. I know a lot of you guys aren't college guys like we are, and we're probably just saying words and people that you have no idea who they are. But we are college fanatic weirdos. So at
Well,
8:30,
We also did NFL on Thursday and Friday. That's why too. We did Thursday and Friday NFL.
Yeah.
So that's why it took longer.
that's true. That's true. Let's get into
Oh my!
Oh.
wow.
Oh man.
But you didn't hear
Damn
that
it,
from
Doug.
me.
Oh my God!
All right, let's get to the
That's
games,
Doug.
the NFL games, man.
Yeah, Niners Browns. Niners 4.5 on the road into Cleveland. Shador gets another start. What do you think?
Let me say this, okay? And everyone thinks, and it's easy clickbait, right? Go off on Shador. Listen, Rex Ryan said something, and it, coming from him, it sounded crazy. But I thought he gave Shador some great advice, and I hope Shador listens, because last time, Rex Ryan told Shador that we shouldn't hear from you, right? And then Shador did the thing where he mimed, like, so him and Rex Ryan have a media thing going on. But Rex Ryan is 1000% correct. And he said, Shador, I'm rooting for you, but you don't use the words we. You don't use the words team. Shador comes out and says, imagine what I can do. You guys haven't seen anything. I can do this and do this and do that. The defense had 10 sacks. That's where Shador turns off a lot of people. And it's because you have the arrogance of your father. The difference is your father might be the best cornerback of all time. And you are definitely not the best quarterback. You had 3 draft parties, legendary, all this stuff. We just want you to be humble in your victories. I hope he gets another chance. I hope he does well. And but I think it's good advice. I think it's good advice. I don't think it's, people want to take it as racist. And anything you say against Shador, immediately you get labeled as you're just a hater, and this and that. But you want your quarterback to be humble in victory. You want your quarterback to be, when they lose, it's my fault. So that's where I sit on this. That being said, I think he's going to have a rude awakening with the 49ers. I'll let Rafa take it from there.
That defense, we know the Browns defense, they somehow don't travel. They only play good at home on defense, although they did play the Raiders last week. So it is the Raiders, though. So I got to, I'm still going to say they don't travel well because it was the Raiders. Lions 4, Eddie.
Yeah.
I think they're going to whoop them. You said on Sunday that Shador's going to lose by 40 this week. I don't believe that to be true.
Yeah.
I don't believe that to be true. I think the game's going to be closer than what we think. I think that defense is really good. Niners defense, although young, they played well, and I think Robert Saleh needs to understand that he's a defensive coordinator for life. Like, bro, don't try and get a head coaching job. You are a defensive coordinator for life. That is your gig. So,
wow.
But I think the Niners win. I don't know if they cover the 4, though. I think it's going to be a close game, to be honest with you.
All right. Next up, we have the Jags favored by 6.5, going into Tennessee to play Titans over under 41.5.
I like
Can
the
we
Jags.
move on?
I like the Jags. Take the Jags to cover, Eddie Money.
Woo! I actually didn't expect that.
Yeah, take the Jags to cover.
That defense is looking good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Next up, Texans going into Indianapolis. Colts at home favored by 4.5, over under 44.
Texans playing well right now. They're trending. They're trending in the right direction. They're playing well. Davis Mills isn't making a lot of mistakes, keeping the team in the game, winning the games. I mean, I think they're playing well. And the Colts didn't look good last week coming off a bye. I know they went into Kansas City. They had a late lead. It's a tough game. It's Patrick Mahomes. It's Andy Reid. It's all of that good stuff. Can they get back on track this week? I think they will, but I don't think the Colts cover. I think the Colts win by 3 or 4. I don't know if they cover the 4.5.
Yeah.
Field goal game.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be a tight game.
Got you. Next up, we have a game. Saints going into Miami to play Dolphins. Dolphins favored by 6, over under 41.5.
Dude, Miami's playing well, Eddie. They played well.
They're playing extremely well. I don't know if you guys heard what John Gruden said.
No.
But John Gruden came out on Barstool and said they run the table, they make the playoffs, and McDaniels gets coach of the year. And if you go down the schedule, and he did, it wasn't like he went down the schedule, and it was like, oh shit. There's
the
something
schedule is super favorable. I think it's the easiest schedule left for any team, I believe.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm going to blue chip Miami coming off a bye. They're playing well. They're trending in the right direction. Blue chip Miami minus.
Next up, we have Falcons favored by 2.5 going in New York to play the lowly Jets. Over under 39.5. Falcons came out with the win last week.
Yeah, I thought the Falcons played well. No Drake London this week. He's going to be out. Can they run the ball? I'd lean towards the under in this game. I think the Falcons pull this game off. But it's going to be an ugly fucking game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're disgusting.
No one wants to see this game.
Yeah,
nobody wants to see this game.
A better game this one. Cardinals headed into the Tampa Bay to play the Bucks. Bucks favored by 2.5, over under 43.5. Bucks should have Bucky Irving back, and Cardinals are actually able to move the ball now with Jacoby Brissett.
Is Baker out? Baker's out for a while.
He's questionable. I don't know if he's out.
I heard that he's out.
He's out?
That's why I heard that he's out. He's not playing this game.
If Baker's out, the way Teddy looked last week, and I know he hasn't been practicing with the ones and all that, he just didn't look comfortable. And usually when you get a backup in there, and I know Teddy Bridgewater said, listen, he was a very good quarterback in his time. I think, though, when you get a backup in there, especially for a team of that caliber, when I say that caliber with Tampa, they have a talent, all over the place. We expected them to win the NFC South with not much pushback. You'd expect your backup to come in a game and kind of give the team a little bit of a fighting chance. And I know it was the Rams. I know it was on the road. That just looked like it was just we don't have a chance at all. And can they look better this week and get back in this thing? And I think they're still atop that NFC South, or right there with Carolina. And so I don't know if they can even if they can win this game at this point. I didn't like what I saw from Teddy. I really did.
Yeah.
So with this,
he was
Cardinals,
coaching high school football last year.
Yeah. Listen, I always lean for the home team when the teams are this bad. So I'm going to lean on Tampa, and I'm going to give Bucky Irving the benefit of the doubt of coming back and helping that team win a football game.
Big spread here. We have the Rams Super Bowl favorites looking like favored by 10.5, going into Carolina to play the Panthers. Over under 44.5.
I'm upset with what the Panthers did last week. And listen, they went on the road to play the Niners on Monday night, and everybody wants to blame Bryce Young, and God, Purdy was awful. Bryce Young was worse. They only ran the ball 13 times in the entire game. A team that has been winning football games because their running back that they found, basically, they didn't find him, but he was there. He was not their main guy. Has put up very, very good games, and you didn't hand him the ball. You ran the ball 13 times. For you to stay in this game against the Rams, you need to be able to run the football and take some of that pressure off of Bryce Young. I think Carolina goes back to that. I think they cover the 10.5 against the Rams.
Ooh, keep it close.
Yeah, I think they cover.
All right. Headed into the 1 o'clock games. Oh, go ahead, Eddie.
No. I was just gonna say, and Dowdle, when they did give him the ball, looked explosive. That was the crazy thing. Like he looked good. So, Hawks, what do you have in that Rams? Are you dealing with Ram fans out in LA?
I think Rams are gonna run the table really bad. I think they're gonna blow every team out from now on. They look way too good. The offense is crazy.
Yeah.
The defense is good too.
Anytime
and the defense is really good.
Anytime it's assigned to 5, it's going to Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Will Serve said, in the NFC South, got to watch out for the Panthers with Baker injuries coming up.
Yeah, for sure. This is a huge. Listen, this is a big game for Carolina. Carolina is also one of those teams hasn't had their bye week yet. I think they have it next week, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
So, did they or have they had it yet? No,
Is it-
they haven't had it yet. They're 6-6. So I think Carolina covers. I think they keep this game close. I think they'll be able to run the ball or understand they need to run the ball. They may not be able to run it against the Rams, but
They'll try.
they're gonna try. They better try because they didn't look good last week,
should.
and they
Yeah.
could have been in that game if they would have been able to hand the ball to their running back. So either one of them, right? So and
Yep.
you got a West Coast team going to the East Coast, playing at that 10 a.m. time slot on at the Pacific on the Pacific side. So I think Carolina's going to keep it closer than that 10.5. I really do.
All right. Looking at the 1:00 games, we have a division rivalry. Raiders headed into LA to play the Chargers. Chargers script at 8.5, over under 40.5.
This is disgusting.
Yeah, can we just skip this one?
Let's blue chip the Chargers coming off of a bye. Let's blue chip the Chargers. Harbaugh, Herbert coming off of a bye. The Raiders are just. I mean, listen, it's just disgusting. I saw some idiot come out and say, "Oh, the Raiders don't need. They have this. They have that. They don't need to do." Dude, they need to blow this whole fucking thing up. Keep Brock Bowers. You got no choice. You got to keep Genty. Trade Max. You're fucked. You're dead in the water. The Chargers are going to kick your ass, and Harbaugh's going to fucking stomp on Pete like he used to do at Stanford.
Oh,
That one
He
hurts.
did it.
man.
He did it.
Yeah, no. Consuela in the concession stand at SoFi, she might have a touchdown against the Raiders.
Man, yeah, wouldn't be surprised. Next game up, we have Vikings going into the Seahawks. Seahawks favored by 10.5, over under 41.5. Vikings got their backup. Guy who it is. JJ McCarthy's not playing this week. Seahawks also weren't able to cover a big spread last week against the Titans, despite leading massively that whole game.
Jacob, the Vikings not playing McCarthy, right? He's hurt.
Well, he's a concussion protocol. Concussion.
Yeah, so this is the best thing for the Vikings in your eyes.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Vikings fans are excited to see this backup kid play. What's his name? Rosmer.
Yeah,
They're ecstatic about this kid. They keep saying that this is going to be a Brock Purdy thing, where Brock Purdy's starting, so I don't know how it's Brock Purdy thing, but they're saying that this kid's better than McCarthy. So I guess we'll find out.
well,
I think he is already. I think he is already. So we'll see.
All right.
Facts.
I have nothing on that game, Eddie.
Yeah, the bar's not very high.
Yeah.
Me either.
All right. Last afternoon game, we have the Bills favored by 3.5, going into Pittsburgh to play the Steelers, over under 46.5.
This game is disturbing on all
Man.
fronts. Like literally.
Yep.
I mean, listen,
It sure is.
None of these fan bases can feel good about where their team is at right now, right? Like,
No.
Oh no.
no,
In Pittsburgh,
I mean,
they want to get rid of Tomlin. Tomlin's like, seriously, people are messaging me like, you could have Tomlin. I told you guys 2 years ago, people in Pittsburgh are not fans of Tomlin. They think he has underachieved. They think he's done. And then you've said it for a long time with the Bills, is that the head coach there is not doing enough. So
to me, I think if Buffalo doesn't win the AFC this year and even get to that title game in the AFC, I think you have to be done with McDermott. If I'm the Bills, I would have been done with them long ago. Mike Tomlin, to me, like people saying he underachieved, he had Big Ben. I mean, what did they have? You were expecting Big Ben to win more than one Super Bowl with Mike Tomlin? Is that what you were expecting with Tom Brady and his, still in his prime, and
yes,
and then Patrick Mahomes, that you're expecting Big Ben to beat those guys? Come on, Steelers fans, you're lucky you're you're the only reason you're relevant is because you have Tomlin with Kenny Pickett, Mason fucking Rudolph. Get out of here, And listen, but to me, Mike Tomlin's time has run out in Pittsburgh now at this point. The 9 wins, the fans aren't going to be fans enough, and he does. He's going to get you to 8-8, not 8-8 anymore. He's at 17 games. We've seen him get to 9-8 year after year, and 8-8 before that. He's going to get there. And the thing is, it's just going to be like one of those mutual splits, like, hey, you know what, Mike, we're done. We're going to move in a different direction, blah, blah, and go hire a coach for another 15 years. If Pittsburgh lets go of Mike Tomlin, believe me, Mike Tomlin isn't going to be sitting out for long. He's going to get calls, whether it's the Miami Dolphins after they fire McDaniels, unless he goes on that Gruden run. There's plenty of teams. Plenty of teams out there will make a move for Mike Tomlin. They might fire their fucking coach. The Giants are going to need a head coach. There will be plenty of teams lining up at the door to give Mike Tomlin everything and anything he would like. So
Facts.
I'm going to say that to the Bills, to the Steelers fans. But this game is ugly. I mean, both teams are just going in the wrong direction. Buffalo 2-3 on the road, going into a Pittsburgh team that hasn't looked good as of late. They are 4-2 at home. Is Rodgers going to play? You know, the total seems low because the defense on the Pittsburgh side is bad. But Bills' offense hasn't looked great in the last handful of weeks. So this game, stay away from this game. No need to gamble on this game. There's plenty of other games.
Bills need to win for sure. They're barely the 7th seed right now.
Yeah.
They're definitely in the hunt mixed up with other people.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick, Will Serve asks, how about the Seahawks? They can compete against the Rams. I know it's too soon, but that's a matchup for the playoffs. Random Seahawks, maybe opinions. Probably NFC Championship is what he's asking.
It's not the playoffs. So they have another game in like 2 or 3 weeks, I thought. Like, that's going to be huge.
Yeah,
Yeah, that game's going to be in Seattle. And to me, the last game that they played, I thought Darnold gave that game away. Throw 4 interceptions.
4 picks.
They were god-awful interceptions. They were bad interceptions. They were bad throws into double coverage. I believe all of them. Like, they were bad. They were bad throws. I don't know if Seattle's better than the Eagles, though, in the NFC. I really don't.
Ooh.
I think, I struggle when it comes to the playoffs with Sam Darnold. Like last year, I told you, they one and done in the playoffs with Sam Darnold. The Vikings, sure enough, they were one and done. It was a joke. To me, I feel the same way with Seattle and Sam Darnold right now. If they get into the playoffs, I think they're a one and done team. I think Seattle's like the Colts a little bit. Like, they can score some points, but to me, I think the quarterback play isn't an elite playoff quarterback.
Facts. All right. Do you guys want to do it right now? It's 8:29, or do you guys want to finish off the last 2 games?
We can finish the last 2 if you want, Eddie.
They're pretty quick.
Yeah, let's finish.
Not really too crazy games. Sunday Night Football, you got the Broncos favored by 6, heading into the Redskins over under 43.5.
I don't even know what to think of this game. Washington coming off of a bye. I believe Denver was on a bye last week, right?
I think so.
Yeah, both teams coming off a bye. Denver should win this game. Line 6. Denver, we've seen Denver struggle, mightily for the first 2.5, 3 quarters, and then pull off the victory at the end. Washington's hurt. No Daniels more than likely, right? I think he's out for a good while. I think Denver wins the game. But listen, bet on hockey on Sunday night or something.
It's a shit show game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Do something else.
Last game, Monday Night Football. Giants headed into the Patriots. Patriots favored by 7.5. Over under 46.5.
Dare I say, take the over on Monday night.
Ooh.
I mean, listen, you saw the Giants move up the ball up and down with Jameis Winston back-to-back weeks now. With Green Bay, supposedly a good defense. You saw him do it against Detroit last week, a game they could have won. And listen, if the game was played for 50 minutes, the Giants would be the best team in the league. But right? So,
Right.
I mean, the Giants can score the football with Jameis out there. He makes plays. He gets the guys going. And we see New England. I mean, they can score. That offense is Josh McDaniels is a prolific offensive play caller. There is no doubt about it. He is an offensive coordinator for life. Don't give that man another head coaching job. He's a coordinator for life. I think you're going to get a shit ton of points. Take the over in this game. You're going to get 50 in this one.
Word up.
Bang. Well, that gets all the games. Giveaway time. We got through all the games for college and football. Thank you for everyone sticking around. Let me pull this up real quick.
Yeah, guys. Shout out to everyone who's supporting. It's the least we could do. Rafa and I will figure out a Christmas giveaway. we'll think about it. We'll whatever. But here we go, everybody. Here we go. The
guys wanna
Wagyu.
You guys want to do one
Freaking
spin for the
tomahawk.
winner, or you want to do?
No, one spin. Or you do a
One
yeah.
spin?
Don't do a practice spin because somebody might get upset.
Okay.
Yeah, no, just
All right,
one spin,
well,
man.
One
and
spin.
done. Let's see if everyone's names in here. I've been keeping track the whole time. Trust.
There we go, everybody. Good luck.
No way.
Melody
Mel
Herrera.
Herrera. Congratulations, Mel Herrera. You are getting a Wagyu tomahawk steak. Yeah. Thank you for everybody. We will get your address. We will hook that up for you. Thanks to everybody who participated. We got to do this more often. Hakatomi Plaza, you got anything?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm feeling kind of freaky.
Oh,
Can
Oh,
you
shit.
still pull up another one? Is it
And what-
possible?
Yeah. I just didn't know what type of freak you were thinking.
Uh-oh.
I want to give away 2 steaks.
All right, let me get Mel's name out of here first. There we go.
There we go.
What do you
All
guys
right.
think about that?
I like
Hell
it.
yeah. Hey, in a thankful mood.
I happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We appreciate you. Let's run it back, man. Mel, you're getting a tomahawk. We're gonna give away 2 tomahawks, courtesy of Best Butcher Shop and Frankie Banks. Run it back, Eddie Money. Look at us being generous.
Oh!
Ah!
Oh!
Hanley! From Iowa.
Buzzer beater. He hit a buzzer beater.
Oh man.
Oh, Rocha.
Was it between Matt? Was it between?
It
Was
was
it between
Matt
Matt
Rocha
and Will?
Hanley.
Hanley.
Bro, Matthew Rocha's mushness
Oh,
is just fucking
man.
showing in all fucking A, Matt.
Legendary.
He celebrated, of course he did.
Legendary. Oh my God! He mushed
Oh,
himself.
man.
He mushed himself.
Oh,
That is hilarious.
oh, that's too good.
Uh,
Oh man. That's
wow, guys. Crazy. Hawks, last words.
We can ship to
Happy
Iowa, Will.
Thanksgiving.
Happy
Will,
Thanksgiving.
send
Any
a
money?
message.
Happy
Eddie,
Thanksgiving, guys.
what do you
Shout
need
out
from
Hanley.
Will? You need
Yes.
his address, right?
Just the address. That's it. That's all I need.
Or- Yeah, just message us on Two Nobodies. We'll get that. Thanks to
On
everyone in
Instagram.
Instagram chat as well. Next level detail said 3 away, LOL, just like my parlays. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And much appreciated on
Thank you, guys.
Blackout Wednesday for being here.
Have a good
Rafa.
one. Thank you, fellas.
All right, guys.
Happy
We love
Thanksgiving
you.
to everybody.
Gotta
Happy
do this
Thanksgiving,
more.
guys.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Everyone be safe, man.
Yeah, be safe. Peace.
Let's go. Love you guys.